Asshole, come on. Okay, thanks. Oh, you fucker. I hate this shite. Come up. Where's my video? Ah, I see it. Not the way that's supposed to look. Wow. Hello, everybody. I can't even see my fucking. I can't see my chat. Where's my chat? What the? Why is this being content like this? Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. Can you guys hear me okay? I don't know what the fuck's happening now. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. I can't see the chat. I'm not in control of the computer. I'm trying to talk to you guys for a minute, but I'm not sure what's going on. So hold on just a sec, and I will let you know what's happening. Or not. So maybe not. We'll see. Hope everybody's doing good. I got I don't know what's happening. Okay, so anyways. I am waiting just a minute here to get started so I can see what's going on. What are you doing? F11. There's an F11. Okay, F11. There's F11. Hello, everybody. Hey, there you are. Alright, good. Yay! Okay. Hi, everybody. This is a lovely scene to share with you because everybody's thinking about the holidays. I talked to Drew today for a minute. He said he's going to be here on the 26th and he's going to stop by. So we may have our first actual guest on the Mox News live call-in show here. I mean, like other than you guys, who are guests also, and love it when you call. But we may have our first guest. They're coming up in the next month. It'd be cool. But also we're hoping to do some Skype interviews and stuff like that. We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure out a lot of stuff over the next few days hey Magic Susie. Okay, so again. Hey Pete. Hey UTN, look what I got. I got this right here. So, I got this. And it's supposed to have curly whirlies in it. So we'll be opening that at 8 p.m. Okay, tonight we'll open that at 8 p.m. as soon as we get there. I got a cup of tea. I got my bong. Let's see if we can get a nice dab ready. That would be cool, right? And today, let's see, we have Girl Scout cookies. You see the Girl Scout cookies? It's in there. Trust me, it's in there. And it smells so stinky. Oh my gosh. I opened up the jar, right? And I just was not prepared for this to smell so stinky. I haven't opened up the jar for like, I don't know, 2 weeks or something. And I opened up the jar and it's like, it's like so stinky, it like makes your nostril hairs curl, And it's like, woo! And then it was like sweet. So like stinky and then sweet. And I was like, holy moly, this did not smell like that a week ago. But I'm going to have to get something to get that off the paper. It's too goofy. Doesn't want to come off the paper. Let's see if this one comes off. Not that one. Not that one. How about this one? Let's see if we can get one off of this one. Alright, so there we go. We're getting off this. This is something else. What is this? This is I forgot what this was. Oh, this is the blueberry headband. This is the blueberry headband. Not much on there. It was actually a very disappointing squeeze, but we got a dab out of it. So we have a dab, and that will be nice. I could really use a dab right now. So I'm glad that one worked, because I'm gonna have to work on that Girl Scout cookies to make it work. All right. So we have this lovely, heartwarming scene. We have our first Christmas gift from the Great White North. We'll be opening that momentarily. It's going to be a busy Christmas season the next couple weeks. We're going to have a lot of stuff to open up. Okay? So tomorrow we'll have another thing. The day after that we'll have another thing. I don't know. You guys want to do a show on Thanksgiving or not? Oh, I didn't bring my torch in here. I got to have my torch. If I don't have my torch, I'm going to go crazy. So, I got to get my torch. I got to have my torch. You guys wait for like 1 second while I go get my torch. Can you hang on for 1 second? Okay, just hang on for 1 second. Here, I'll give you this. Listen to this. Listen. Okay, listen to that for 1 second.
I'm not sure I'm going to be able to answer this in an acceptable manner to you, Senator, because I think you know.
Okay, let me just hit one last lick on Jerry Epstein, and how can I put this? Christmas ornaments, drywall, and Jerry Epstein. Name 3 things that don't hang themselves. That's what the American people think. That's what the American people think. And they deserve some answers. And I know that you're not in charge of these investigations.
Yes, sir.
But you talk to the people who are. And I need you to take a very respectful message today. Tell the American people what happened. And don't rush it so that they don't do a thorough investigation. But you and I both know they can make this a top priority and get it done more quickly than they normally would. They need to do that. And I'd like you to deliver that message.
I agree with you, sir, but I have no control. I mean, I can pass along the message, but the FBI and the Inspector General's office work on their own time frame. But I will definitely give you their message, because I want the investigations completed as soon as possible, too, so that we can act.
I have a feeling you know how to be firm.
Little bit.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Kuhn?
I can't get my torch. Yay! And I really like that clip because basically it's a sitting senator saying that Jeffrey Epstein did not kill himself. He's not saying that he was murdered or anything else, but he's saying that he did not kill himself, which is the official story. I wish we had some sitting senators saying those Building 7 did not just fall down from fires. That would be amazing. But to have this guy saying, that Jeffrey Epstein did not hang himself is pretty fucking amazing too. Hello, caller.
Hey, Max, how are you doing?
Chris?
Yes.
Hey, Chris, how are you? I'm good. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm doing great. And I think I figured out the answer to the question.
Which question is that?
What doesn't hang itself?
Oh, okay. Name 3 things. The question is name 3 things that doesn't hang.
I can name one thing that doesn't hang itself.
Yeah.
Ghislaine Maxwell's hat does not hang itself on a hook by itself in a hotel room.
I'm pretty sure you're right about that.
And I know there's a lot of detectives that are, folks who listen to your broadcast, your podcast, and if they think they know the answer to this question of where is Ghislaine Maxwell, the tabloid The Sun in the UK is offering a £10,000 reward to find the daughter of...
That's Jeffrey Epstein's assistant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Epstein's assistant. And it says, the daughter of the late newspaper tycoon Robert Maxwell is said to have been in various cities in Europe and the United States. Do you know where she is? The Sun today offers £10,000 reward, and that works out to about $12,500. But, it's a little something. If you think you know the answer, you should get a hold of the tabloid and tell them where she is and pick up the check.
Well, that doesn't seem like a very serious offer, because I'm sure that they've offered a lot more money for less important people in the past.
Maybe. I mean, to be eligible, you have to provide information which directly results in the Sun successfully making contact with them in person. But I just wanted to let people know the offer was out there.
Yeah, good.
And,
good.
Yeah, and there's also another article there at the same place. And these people are obsessed with celebrities. Like, I think tabloid culture is even more pervasive in the United Kingdom than it is in the United States. So this article is at the same source, thesun.com.uk. This article is called "Where's Ghislaine? FBI knows where Ghislaine Maxwell is and are building a case against her." And it's posted on the 22nd of November, but it's like a cumulative article. So anybody who wants to know all of the details about who this person is and what some of the accusations are about her and Jeffrey Epstein, there's timelines of where she's been and so on and so forth, can visit this website. They've been trying to look for her for the past 6 months. And
everybody wants that interview,
Yeah, following the same line, right, over at the New York Post a day and a half ago, there was an article also about Ghislaine Maxwell and about Prince Andrew. And this article, he flubbed the interview on television pretty bad. He bombed it. And that's why he got all of the grief from his family and from the press.
Well, he's getting all the grief because he's banging 16-year-old girls. That's why he's getting the grief.
The real reason.
Yeah.
But the other reason is because he didn't have the sense to answer the question properly.
Well, he's a head up the ass fucking elite. He doesn't think like he has to actually be honest about anything. And it's questionable whether he actually has control of being honest about anything. Because a lot of those people are just pathological liars like Donald Trump, who just, automatically say the thing that they think is going to be the most beneficial to them,
Well, from what I read in the newspaper this morning, his brother, Charles, who was overseas in New Zealand and in India, is returning to his castle in somewhere in England, where he has requested the presence of his brother. And apparently, they don't speak to each other. They're not on speaking terms with each other, and they only communicate with each other by like household staff and secretaries. But he wants to directly speak with his brother about the tarnished image of the crown that's a consequence of Andrew's behavior. I find that to be interesting, you know, and that's what these tabloids are all about. But this is from a New York paper, another tabloid, the American version of the Murdoch American version of a tabloid called the New York Post, and it says Prince Andrew and Ghislaine Maxwell had secret Buckingham rendezvous, and this was really kind of strange that this just came out. Maybe not, but it says the reckless royals have secretly met Epstein's former gal pal. They always, instead of calling her like a human trafficker, they call her gal pal. That's crazy. But the reckless royals secretly met the gal pal at Buckingham Palace in early June, the Daily Mail reported. The hush-hush came 2 weeks after U.S. prosecutors announced they were reopening an inquiry into Epstein's alleged sex trafficking operation, a probe that could well involve both Andrew and Maxwell. So they literally met in London and sat down in a room and talked with each other about whatever the possibility. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of suspicious, Mike.
There's a lot of suspicious stuff going on there, Chris.
That's pretty fucking suspicious. Last Jeffrey Epstein fallout, when we spoke last week, he stepped out of some of his roles, right? He removed himself.
Right.
He's being, like you said, he's being chastised legitimately for raping or whatever, taking advantage of teenagers who are poor.
And having sex with underage girls. That's what he's doing. Having sex with underage girls. That's what he's doing. You don't need to like slant it in any way. That's what's actually happening. It's not, you don't need to say taking advantage of the sleazy old guy. No, he's an old guy having sex with underage girls. That's what's happening.
Who are being provided to him by a human trafficker.
Yeah. Well, wherever they're getting, it doesn't really matter where they're coming from. What matters is that he's this, this elitist, fucking rich, old money piece of garbage, and he thinks that the rules don't apply to him, and he should be made an example out of. Just like, this is what should happen to Bill Clinton and all these people.
Happening. But like we mentioned last week, he's losing some of his jobs, some of his positions.
Yeah.
And this was from just like, I think, the Guardian, which is like a real mainstream liberal newspaper from the 24th, so it's like yesterday. And they say Prince Andrew has had to stand aside from 230 different organizations that he patronizes, including organizations like the London Metropolitan University, the Foundation for Liver Research, the Royal Portrush Golf Club, the Whittick School in Croydon, the Tall Ships Youth Trust. He also was on the board of Outward Bound, right? Rich people in America send their kids to Outward Bound. He was on their board of directors, and it's also focused on teenagers.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy too, But anyway,
that's like a sailing school or something, isn't it?
Oh, climbing. I think they do climbing too. Like they go to remote areas and teach kids how to climb rocks.
Cool.
Outward Bound. But
I guess
anyway,
and other stuff too, huh?
Well, I guess if apparently considering he was on their board of directors. So that was those were a few articles about this nonsense with Jeffrey Epstein. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that the attention that the royals are getting with Jeffrey Epstein and the royal treatment that Andrew's getting, thank God, is going to eventually shed more light on the other aspects of who Jeffrey Epstein is. Because all of the media's portrayal of Jeffrey Epstein is focusing on the sexual crimes. And it isn't focusing on, like the drug running and it isn't focusing on influence peddling with like diplomats or like intelligence agencies being involved in blackmailing people. So there's the other things, how Jeffrey Epstein acquired all of this wealth. These other like questions that I think the public has are never being addressed. The media is just going right to this one thing.
The media is again playing their part just exactly the way they're supposed to, just exactly the way they've been told to do stuff like this. I mean honestly, I believe the media is all the mainstream media is considered part of Homeland Security or some other secret organization, that it takes their talking points directly from the White House and the Pentagon and the CIA, right?
They're related.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos runs like cloud services for the Central Intelligence Agency. He also owns the most prominent paper in Washington D.C.
Right.
It's the same motherfucker, same human being runs both operations, stores the data for the government, and then is the mouthpiece for the government, and also promotes like American corporations. Yeah, that's the guy, and others like him. He's not alone. Speaking of the media, this piece that I found at the Washington Times, and this is a conservative newspaper. I think it's a Republican newspaper, but it's an interesting story. It says Andrew Yang blasts MSNBC, demands an on-air apology for the way that the network has covered his 2020 campaign, and it's posted on the 23rd. And then, so what happened is he tweeted something, I believe, on his Twitter account Saturday, and he listed off some complaints about the network's coverage of his campaign. And this is a quote from Andrew Yang. Was asked to appear on MSNBC this weekend and told them I'd be happy to, after they apologize on air, discuss and include our campaign consistent with our polling and allow surrogates from our campaign as they do other candidates. They think we need them. We don't. They've omitted me from their graphics 12 times, calling me John Yang on air and giving me a fraction of the speaking time over 2 debates, despite my polling higher than other candidates on stage. At some point, you have to call it, Mr. Yang continued. The whole time we have gotten stronger. This is actually bad for MSNBC. It will only get worse after I make the next debate and keep rising in the polls. The people are smarter than MSNBC would like to think. And then it goes on to say that...
And what website is that? What website is that?
That's at the Washington Times.
Okay.
It's the 23rd of November in the Washington Times. And there's a quote that says, Andrew Yang did not receive a question until nearly a quarter into the debate and ultimately received less than 7 minutes of airtime, less than any other candidate, and nearly half the amount given to Elizabeth Warren, a Massachusetts Democrat currently among the frontrunners. And they said that if you just abide by their polling, he's about number 5 in their polling. So they really, according to his math, and if you think about objectivity, they really didn't give him as much time at all.
No, I think that they treat Andrew Yang, almost as badly as they treat Tulsi Gabbard, and he, he's certainly just as much a strong candidate as she is. The two of them. But and that's the thing, is you see the way they treat anybody who's not the status quo. I mean, Elizabeth Warren status quo, Bernie Sanders status quo, Kamala Harris status quo, Cory Booker status quo. All the fucking status quo people are more than welcome on our TV show, on our channel, anytime, day or night. Just let us know that you're available, and we will make time for you. Andrew Yang.
All right.
Andrew. I thought it was John Yang. Isn't it John Yang?
Yeah, they actually mispronounced it. They gave him the wrong first name. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, things like that, right? Just totally disrespectful, and not correcting it, on the spot, or having an aide or a producer or a fact checker saying, "Hey, got that one wrong. Apologize to Andrew and correct his name." Nothing like that, right? I mean.
Yeah. No, they're
This is
horrible. I mean, and they're horrible human beings. You know, and I say that because they're doing this shit on purpose. It's not that they got his name wrong. It's that they said it wrong purposefully in order to confuse the public. Okay, you're looking. I don't see John Yang. Where's John Yang? There's no John Yang on the ballot. You know, you're searching John Yang on Google. I can't find
John
anything
Yang for
about
president.
it. Yeah.
Damn it! I keep looking for John Yang and I can't find him.
And so they're doing this on purpose, and it's pure evil. As I've said again and again, we have to recognize who the real enemy is. You know, and when you see them speaking out, when you see the real enemy speaking out against people like Tulsi Gabbard, against people like Andrew Yang, obviously giving him the short end of the stick and acting as if he's not a real candidate, or she is not a real candidate.
Those people, Saturday Night Live.
Those people are. You know, this is done purposefully, and that's pure evil. Okay, I mean that's what we need to recognize.
Well, it is evil. That's a way to describe it.
Mm-hmm.
Another way to describe it is to say that it actually is what our political system has been reduced to. So it is evil in a sense, you know, from a moral sense.
Well, it's evil
objectively,
if you look at the fact that it's designed.
Who has the most money?
It's designed. It's by design. That's what makes it evil. Is that they're doing it purposefully. You know, and that it's being done by people, not so much by corporations. Is it there's people making this decision? It's not some algorithm that decides that Andrew Yang only gets half the amount of time on stage as anybody else. You know, it's purposeful.
So, of course. So Ralph Nader points to like 1972, and he points to something, and you can Google it or search for it. It's called Powell Memo, Powell Memo, and the person Powell, who became a Supreme Court justice, when he wrote this memo, he was a corporate lawyer, and what it basically was it was sent to conservative folks, and it was talking about what they had to do to make America more friendly to conservative corporate ideas. And how on a grassroots level and on a basic level, what kind of foundational support would they have to create a system that would brainwash people over the course of 50 years? And that's where Ralph Nader believes that like this corporate reality started. But whatever the case, there was another article, Mike, and this one is about Mike Bloomberg, because this happened over the weekend. Did you see the SNL skit about the Democratic debate?
No, but I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
There was a part in the skit, I mean, whatever. Tulsi Gabbard, they portrayed her as an evil character from a Disney cartoon movie, dressed in white, with a little tinge of white in her hair. But I thought it
like
was
a witch or something?
Actually,
like an evil witch?
Yes. Dressed in white, though, but like, that's how her character was portrayed. But personally, I think if you were intelligent, you would see it as double entendre.
Sure.
Because all the Democrats on the stage actually are pretty, like, you know, evil. But during the skit, you know, all of the declared candidates were debating, and then Michael Bloomberg walked on the stage and just like stopped and interrupted and had like a one-on-one conversation with the moderator, Rachel Maddow, for about a minute or so, even though he wasn't even in the debate.
The actual Michael Bloomberg?
No.
Okay.
An actor.
I was just wondering because I could see, that happening, but I
they weren't. They weren't pitching for. I don't think they were pitching for Michael Bloomberg.
Yeah.
And then somebody said, one of the other characters said, "How did you get in here? Like you didn't receive an invitation to debate." And then Bloomberg says, "I paid $37 million at the door. That allows me to walk on the stage."
Yeah.
Just like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's what this other article was today and it was also it's a lot of places, but this is what the World Socialist website said. And it was called "Billionaire Bloomberg Enters the Race for Democratic Presidential Nomination." And this is what they said. They said, the scale of advertising campaign is truly staggering. The $37 million advertising buy completed Friday is more than the combined advertising carried out by all other Democratic candidates since the campaign began, with the exception of fellow billionaire Tom Steyer, who has pumped $32 million into promoting his own campaign over the past few months with no noticeable results. The $37 million
Well,
Bloomberg spent
I mean, there is noticeable results. He's bought his way onto the debate stage. Otherwise, if he hadn't spent $30 million more than all the other candidates combined,
if he was just an entrepreneur from California running for president, he couldn't self-finance.
If he hadn't spent $30 million more than all the other candidates combined, he would not be on the stage right now. So there is a big. I mean, that's actually an important point. Go ahead.
But Bloomberg, in addition to the money, also has other things that are set up for him for his favor.
Like a television station.
Like his own television network.
Yeah.
So the $37 million Bloomberg spent last week is less than 0.1% of his estimated fortune of $53 billion. It exceeds the $33 million war chest accumulated by Bernie Sanders over the 8 months since he launched his campaign. Sanders has the largest amount of cash raised from campaign contributions almost entirely over the internet. Both Steyer and Bloomberg have surpassed him in the size of their campaign kitty. But then they talk about, further down in the article, they talk about his strategy, right? So this is his strategy, Michael Bloomberg. Under the campaign strategy outlined by his aides, Michael Bloomberg will effectively concede Iowa, the Nevada caucuses, the New Hampshire and South Carolina primaries, the first 4 contests held in February, which select a relatively small number of delegates, only 155 combined, but in the past have served to winnow the field of candidates. Instead, Bloomberg will focus on television advertising in the 14 Super Tuesday states with primaries on March 3rd, including California, Texas, Georgia, Virginia, Massachusetts, and 13 other states that follow between the 7th and 17th of March, including Florida, Michigan, Ohio, Illinois, Missouri, and Washington. These contests combined will select more than 2,400 delegates, 2/3 of the total. Michael Bloomberg seeks to either buy the nomination for himself or accumulate enough delegates to block the nomination of either of the 2 left candidates, Bernie Sanders or Elizabeth Warren, who claim to support major tax increases for the wealthy. So that I just wanted to throw that out there because you don't hear that kind of criticism very often.
Yeah, no,
like what role Bloomberg's playing in all of this, and why is he doing it, right? He's doing it because he's going to sideline Sanders even has a snowball's chance in fucking hell of getting that nomination, and I don't think he does, but if something weird happened, and it was going to be like that, Michael Bloomberg would be like the 7th ace that they picked up off the floor to stick into their hand to make damn sure that wasn't going to happen.
Okay, so so if they sideline Bernie, then who's left?
It's going to be, I personally think, I have had this gut feeling for months, but I think it's Elizabeth Warren, because I don't think Elizabeth Warren is actually a progressive.
No, she's a Republican.
She was a Republican until she was like 45.
And so is Michael Bloomberg, so we're clear.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. I don't. Michael Bloomberg. Yeah, I think he was an independent when he was governor, when he was the mayor of New York. I also think he was a registered Democrat early in his life, and then he switched to become a Republican, and then he was a mayor as a independent, and now he's a self-declared Democrat. He just goes with whatever side is going to allow him to win to promote his pro-economic growth agenda.
Right.
He's a chameleon.
Yeah. He's not. I don't know. I think he's pretty much Republican, But he's evil, and this shit with the money, where you can just buy your way into our elections, it's got to stop. That Tom Steyer guy, he doesn't belong on the stage. You know, I mean, he offers nothing, and he's getting more time than Andrew Yang. Fuck that guy. You know, and it's not that he doesn't belong on the stage. It's that if he'd gone through the process and he was polling, but he's not going through the process. He's like, here, I'm just going to throw money at it until I can get what I want. And I think that's just not the way our political. I don't think that's the way our government should be. I don't want our government full of people with people like that. Yeah, like I mean, I'm tired of all the richest people. You know, the people in Congress and the Senate. The people in the Senate are all millionaires and billionaires. And I don't think there's any billionaires, but they're all millionaires.
Millionaires in the Senate, and respectable people in the Congress, right? Upper middle class. But let's be real. Even in like communities that people live in, whether they live in small towns or whether they live in cities or they live in suburban areas, it's pretty much the same deal, right? The people who end up running the government are usually the people who have the most economic power in the community. And more often than not, like, I mean, 7 or 8 out of every 10 times, they don't really give a shit about, like, representing the people, even on a local level.
Yeah.
I mean, I live in a community of about 200,000 people, and there's 3 mayors in this area, 200,000 people. And all of them are subservient to, you know, developers and to pro-economic growth. And they're not very concerned about the poor people. And I think that's true a lot of places. Like, the politicians and the people who govern on a local, state, and federal level are out of touch because they tend to be the people who are more affluent, generally, as a rule.
It's again. I don't think that's it, man. I think it's this two-party shit. If we had 5 parties, and you know that there wouldn't be. I don't think that the Senate or the and they were all on stage for the debates. I don't think that the Senate or the Congress would be so filled with millionaires. I think it'd have a lot more normal people. You know, if there was 5, 6, 8 parties that we were actually choosing from. But that's not what's happening, you know. And that's why it's all messed up, because we only have the Republicans and the Democrats to choose from, and that's where all the money's at. You know, and that's why we only have them, because that's what it's about. It's money, money, money. And if we could just change the fucking rules so that it wasn't about money, 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 it'd be a completely different game too. You know, I mean, if we could take this campaign financing endless money and say, this is how much money you have, do what you can with it, and that's it. You know, that should be, I don't know. I just think that's the problem, is people, you know, anytime a billionaire can buy their way into the race at any given moment, then we don't live in a republic anymore, I don't think. You know, I don't think that.
No, I think we stopped living in a republic. I actually wrote a blog post at another place earlier today about this very point. When did we stop living in a republic? And I believe it was right after World War II. Right after World War II, when the military came back from overseas after, the war, the big W, and they immediately had to create a new enemy for the military. So they went right into anti-communism. Like, it just was like a month or two, and they just flipped right from anti-fascism to anti-communism.
Right.
And then, in order to protect the homeland and to protect American corporate interests abroad, they created the Central Intelligence Agency. They created the Defense Department, right?
Right.
They created these huge agencies that are interlocked with, like, the military. That is where the military-industrial complex came from.
Yeah.
That Eisenhower talked about in the late 58, 59. That came from the aftermath of World War II. All of this money in the defense industry, blah, 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 blah. So as soon as that happened, it isn't like the American people had a choice about saying our government wanted to overthrow the government in Iran when Mossadegh was overthrown. It wasn't like the American people had a chance to vote on that in a democratic process and say, oh yeah, most Americans would like to overthrow that government for this reason. No, the decision was made by the Central Intelligence Agency, and they decided of their own volition to overthrow a government. I mean, what the fuck? At that point, there's no democracy.
Yeah, and I think see, that's the thing. I think that after the Cold War, kind of after the wall came down, that stuff started to mellow out a lot, and that we were headed a different direction, where we were being, we were like closing military bases and stuff, and then what happened? I mean, so.
Well, Yugoslavia happened, Serbia happened, right?
Yeah.
That was the first war in Europe since like 1945, and that happened. In NATO, that was an excuse for Bill Clinton to use NATO, right? So now NATO, this thing that should have gone away, because NATO existed to stop the Russian alliance, right?
Uh-huh.
And once the Russian alliance completely collapsed, and all those countries fell into the lap of like the West, at that point in time, what the fuck was the reason to keep NATO around anymore? Russia, wanted to be our friend. But instead of being friends with Russia, we kept this military alliance with nuclear-tipped missiles in Germany, still, to this day, right pointed at Russia. So, and we use NATO in Afghanistan, too. George Bush used NATO in Afghanistan. So Clinton used it in Serbia, and then Bush used it a few years later after 9/11. NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, a defensive treaty. They used the prestige of that organization to bomb people who were living in caves in Afghanistan.
Hey, Dwayne. Yeah. So it's it's so messed up. It's just I don't know how we walk it back from here, but I'm really glad that we're kind of on the same page about it. You know what I mean? That everyone can kind of see it now, for what's happening, and because I think if everyone can see what's happening, that it can only continue for so much longer. So
I hope so. I'm going to put some of this blackberry kush in my pipe right now, and get off of the telephone.
Lucky.
So that I can listen to other people talk to you on the phone.
All right, Chris. Thanks for calling. It's always good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you. Have a good night, man. Bye.
You too. And Chris always has a, hey, Dwayne. Dwayne's here, everybody. In case you guys missed out, Dwayne's here. And say hi to Jane for me, Dwayne. Hi, Jane. So anyways, let's see. Chris always has something good to add. So I let Chris make sure because he thinks about what he wants to share with you guys before he comes out here. He's a very interesting guy and very well informed, and I almost always learn something when he's on the phone. So that's pretty cool. I can't be the only one, so I don't try and shut him down too quick. Okay, and we have this lovely package that we will be opening at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. from UTN, okay, which is Uncover the News, and we'll be opening that at 8 p.m., which is about 15 minutes from now, 16 minutes from now, something like that. Okay, so we will be doing that, and I will be eating a curly whirly anytime now. I had to wait all weekend, UTN. I was like, oh my gosh, I want the curly whirly. I'm going to open it and get the curly whirly out. And I was like, no, I'm going to open it on camera. We picked it up on Saturday on the way to the doggy park, which was fun. Craig took more video of the doggy park. If you guys want to see it, let Craig know in the chat that you want to see more doggy park videos. I'll be happy to play it for you. Not today, though. Today, we're doing a lovely Christmas unpackaging. For our first Christmas present this year, our first Christmas present this season, from UTN, the Uncover the News, and I can't wait to open it from the Great White North. We'll open that at 8 p.m. top of the hour. Okay, so we'll be doing that in 15 minutes. So let's see. Let's see. So I think that part of the reason that we're doing this, I want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. We're right now, Mox News has a Mox News has a community guidelines violation right now, which means that which in the past has been something that YouTube has used to take down Mox News pages. Mox News pages that had 10,000 videos on them, at least 2 of them, and they were stupid community guidelines violations. One of them was about a ghost ship from Japan after the tsunami that was about to beach itself in Canada, and so a ghost ship from Japan, headed for Canada. That was the title of the video, and that was a community guideline violation. And they gave me another one on the same channel the same day. So I'm walking on eggshells here. I'm being very careful because there is almost 11,000 videos on this one Mox News YouTube page. It is an archive, a library that is of value to all humanity. And imagine if YouTube hadn't taken down all of my video posts from day one, because they've taken down over 50,000 videos so far. Imagine if they hadn't done that, and all my video posts were in one archive here on YouTube for you to and the world to enjoy. No one will be able to dispute that was of value to all humanity, dating back to the Bush-Kerry election, right? 2003, 2004 till now. No one could dispute that was of value to all mankind. Okay, that's the work that I do here on YouTube. That's what I've done with my life for the last 16, 17 years. Okay, and I was doing it before that too, so but that's what I've done. And when you donate to Mox News, that's what you help make happen. Okay, so I am right now being very careful to protect this archive of videos that is of value to all mankind, so we understand each other. And Google can go ahead and act like they don't know that it's of value to all mankind and delete it, and in doing so, committing a crime against humanity, in my opinion. You delete something willy-nilly that's of value to all mankind, you have committed a crime against humanity. Imagine all the libraries that have been burned since the beginning of time, and all the knowledge lost in those libraries. That's what Google is doing. They're burning libraries. But if you want to help keep Mox News strong, you want to help make sure that Mox News sticks around, when you contribute, Mox News survives solely on contributions from good people like you. So when you give something back to Mox News for the 75,000 videos that I've posted so far on the internet, when you give something back for that hard work, you help to make it continue on another day. Okay? So it's always nicer when I have your support. Mox News is always stronger when I have your support. And in fact, if I have your support, there is nothing that can stop us. There's nothing that can stop me, especially with your support. Okay, we're gonna open this package in just a minute. Okay, we got 10 minutes and open this package from the Great White North. I'll get my curly whirlies and we'll see what happens then. All right. Yeah, Barry, we know you got the same line every day, all day. Barry, Barry, Barry. Barry knows everything about everybody. He's going to tell you what it means. You know everything about everybody because that's what Barry does. Okay, Barry. Thanks, Barry. We got it, Barry. You're a very special person, Barry. Okay, so let's see. Um, I am waiting for a phone call. In case you guys forgot, this is a call-in show, and I'd like to have a phone call that leads us up to our unboxing from the Great White North, because that would make it much easier to fill this space than me just chattering on. My ninja army, how are you, my little ninja? Des. Yeah, we found a new merch place, right? It's merch or merch? Merch. We found a new merch place, right? And they have socks, right? So I'm thinking they will do like mock socks, right? And you know, all my mock news ninjas will wear mock socks. It'll be like a secret code. So when you see somebody else wearing the mock socks, you'll know that person's fucking cool, right? So I think that would be pretty cool. Mock socks. Move the bong. Stop telling me what to do.
Camera transition in 3, 2, 1. Good. Give it a second. See the unboxing.
Oh, here's the package. Here's the package. All right, good. We're gonna do that package in just a minute now. All right.
This way.
Okay, go that way. We'll move the torch, but not the bong. Stop telling me what to do. Oh, I didn't bring scissors in here, so I need there's like a razor on the shelf over there. Thank you. Boom. I will cut you, Barry. Let's see. Yeah, Barry says a lot of stupid stuff. It's okay. You know, it's just who he chooses to be. It's good that we can all see through that. You know, we let people say their stupid stuff, and then they'll be, you know, hopefully one day they'll go, you know what? I don't want to say stupid stuff anymore. I don't want to be known for saying stupid shit all day, every day. So, one day you'll grow up, Barry. It's okay. We know. It's okay. Let's see. So no one's calling. I can't stand it when no one calls. So that means I'm going to do my unboxing, like, in a minute. You thought I was going to do it now, didn't you? I said in a minute, because I said we're going to unbox the president from the Great White North at 8 p.m., okay? All right, that camera right there. That camera has better color, I think. Today. Oh, well, good. Maybe you couldn't see UTN's address that time. Ha! Don't rewind the video and look for UTN's address. That would be just creepy. What's too blurry? You'll never see it. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll never see it. Craig's a genius when it comes to these cameras. If he says you'll never see it, you'll never see it. The news comes to Craig when it's show. Trust me.
The local Fox affiliate. Washington's most wanted, baby.
He is always working to catch them criminals. Alright, so let's see. Jewish Noah. What? No, come on, you guys. Let's open this box right here. Hey, you got my address over here? If anybody wants to send like if anybody wants to send it's over here. Anybody wants to send something to Mox News, all you gotta do is follow the address that Craig is bringing up. Just stand by. Just a minute. There it is. I see it. Oh, you don't get to see that. That's his screen.
We're
Get
learning
pasted
the
in so it
OBS
works.
on the fly, baby.
Working it. All right, so let's see. We got 5 more minutes.
Watch this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a new South Park tonight. I mean, not tonight. This week there's a new South Park. If anybody's interested, and there's the address. Okay, so if you want to be as sweet as UTN, good luck with that. Good luck with that. Over there, I can. You want to be as sweet as UTN and her curly whirlies. You can send a gift to Mox News too, and we'll do a live unboxing. How cool will that be? No weed. Don't send weed. Okay. Oh yeah. See, now we're gonna do unboxing. Now you call. Okay, fine. Hello, caller. Caller. Hello.
Michael?
Yes, hello.
Hello, is this Michael?
Yes, hello. Who is this?
Hi, this is Peter.
Peter? Drunk Peter?
No, Michael, this is
Peter.
just Peter. This is just Peter today.
Oh, because you're not drunk, is that it?
Well, Michael, I think after Friday night's last little call, I thought maybe I need to take it a little easy on the whiskey sour. Hey, Mike?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes, Pete?
That's bullshit! Oh, fucking John! Don't think give me a boner!
Don't you hang up on me, Pete.
No, I'm not gonna hang up.
All right, good. So
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. When do you get your day? When do you start your vacation? Your 4-day weekend? Thursday or Wednesday?
When's Thanksgiving? Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I have Thursday and Friday off.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm going to Newport, Rhode Island. Beautiful beaches, boats, mansions, the whole shebang. It's gonna be beautiful.
People get eaten by great white sharks there, don't they?
Not that I've heard of. Pretty rare. That shit's terrifying. Shout out Steven Spielberg. Love Jaws. Favorite movie.
It was a good movie. You know, when I went to see that movie, I saw it in the theater, right? And there was like, it was like a really, really old theater, you know? And it had these big, giant chairs that were like lazy boy recliners, but they didn't recline. You know, just giant like wing-back chairs. And the person sitting in front of me, I had my legs like up on the chair, and the person sitting, when the head pops out of the hole in the boat, the person sitting in front of me jumped back and my knees hit me in the mouth. Like, oh, that's scary. You remember that scene?
Yeah, that's one of dude. Yeah, I mean the scene where Clint gets fucking bitten in the neck by the shark is my favorite. I mean, when I first I saw that movie for the first time, not even that long ago, like 5 years ago, but I didn't see it for such a long time because I was like, how scary can a fucking shark be? Just stay out of the fucking water. I mean, problem solved, right? But when you actually, watch the movie and you're in a sinking boat with a giant, huge shark, it's fucking terrifying. And it's a great, and Quint. I mean, Quint's just the greatest character maybe that might have existed in any movie ever. But the one big flaw in Jaws is that, he kills the shark in the end by shooting it with a rifle, the tank in his mouth and blows up.
Yeah.
And I think that's actually not true. I don't think that can actually happen technically.
Hollywood magic.
Yeah, but it works. I mean, you just got to ignore that one part at the end. It's a great movie.
We're on this camera now. Okay, good. Which camera are you on? On this camera. Yeah, we're getting ready for unboxing now. So what's did you have a good weekend, Pete?
Yeah, it was good. I got way too drunk on Friday night, as I said. Oh my goodness.
But you didn't make you didn't make more butter yet?
I did, yeah.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Good.
Mike, I want to speak to Friday's broadcast because
you keep talking about it. It must be something really important.
If you delete that broadcast, I will send you a nice donation. Okay, can I attempt to bribe you with this offer? Because goddamn it, if that wasn't the most embarrassing thing I've ever been part of. If anyone wants a nice, entertaining, piece, go back to Friday night's broadcast where I was incoherently, drunkenly babbling, attempting to talk to Mike, but not being able, forgetting what I was talking about mid-sentence, completely ignoring what Mike was trying to say, just a complete drunken mess. So, if you want to see what alcohol does to you people, listen to Friday night's broadcast.
Well, maybe it's a good
But
lesson.
but you know what it was, Mike? It's sorry.
Maybe it's a good lesson for people. Maybe you're doing people a public service by doing that, Pete.
Yes, I am. That's what whiskey sours do to you.
All right, so we're supposed to
Mike,
we're supposed to do our unboxing now.
go for it. What's in the box?
All right, you ready? All right, switching cameras now. Did I get it right?
Yep.
Okay. Switching cameras now. Switching cameras now. Here we go. Boom. I'm just waiting to see it on the thing. Okay. So this is from UTN. Uncover the News from the Great White North. And I hate her shit. Let's see. I have a razor, and I know how to use it.
Barry's a faggot. Barry's a little bitch. Can I just say that? Continue. Sorry.
Having syphilis must be really tough.
Okay, so I'm opening the package. Opening. Oh, this is not the way to do this, is it? Let's see. Hold on. Aha! I have opened the package.
Ricin alert, ricin alert.
Uh-oh. No powder detected. No white powder detected.
No excuse.
Uh-oh.
Oh my god!
Oh! Look at this. Marijuana candies. That's not marijuana candy. I'm kidding. She didn't send marijuana candies from Canada. She sent me gravy for poutine. And caramel milk. Oh, look at all the candies. Oh, this is good. What is this? Coffee crisp. Oh, that sounds delicious, doesn't it? What's this? What's this? Ooh, big. Something big. There's something big.
She sent you Smarties?
She did send me Smarties.
You eat the Smarties and you need to run the glass, and you stuff them very slowly or crunch them very fast. They're candy enough chocolate, but tell me when I ask!
Is this like weird Canadian candy? What kind of weird
This
off-brand
is Canadian
candy?
candy. What is this?
I've
This is,
not
oh, I
familiar
got a
with
Wonder
anything.
Bar.
Oh my god.
A Wonder Bar times 2.
Jealous.
What do we got here? Ooh, and a crispy crunch. Which one should we eat first? Oh my god. And a curly whirly. Uh-oh. 2 curly whirlies. 2 curly whirlies. I gotta eat a curly whirly.
2 curly whirlies, 3 bags of Smarties, and a 2,
Fucking
And a
cookie
two.
and a
Canadian.
beer.
Ooh, and this is creamy toffee. And this is a crunchy bar. Man, I got chocolate. Did I get it all? Oh, what's this? An Arrow bar.
Oh my god, Arrow.
And some other Smarties. I think these are like the American Smarties. See, this is like the American Smarties next to the Canadian Smarties, right? One's chocolate and one's dried powder. And a tube with a fur ball. See, she asked me if I wanted to have a puff ball or not. I was like, you decide. And she decided to put it on. So it's oh, wow, that's a weird light, huh? And this is it's a new camera, so sorry if it's doing weird stuff. This is camouflage. She says camouflage. So, it fits perfect. And nice.
Mike,
Crunchy.
I must level some criticism your way. I mean, I hate to break up the fun of the gift, but do you have a menorah that you can throw up in the background, or a little Jewish flag or something?
For my curly whirly?
A little something for the fucking Jews.
No, I don't want to.
A little something for the boys, you know, nothing?
Look, I'm not. This is not about a religious thing. This is not a religious
Well,
thing.
you got
Do
the
you think
Christmas tree.
that a Christmas tree is somehow a religious symbol? Seriously?
Sure.
No, it's not. And what fucking
I
planet?
mean, just as much as a menorah is. Let's be all
It's
inclusive here,
not.
Mike.
It has
Don't you want
nothing to do with
Don't you want to be all inclusive and politically correct, Mike?
Where is there a fucking Christmas tree in the Bible, dude? You tell me where there's a Christmas tree in the Bible, and I'll put a menorah up there. Okay? How's that for you?
You're letting all the fucking heaves down, Mike. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, you know what? They can do their own TV show.
I'm just busting your balls.
It's not. I don't. This is not a religious thing for me. I mean, getting chocolate is kind of a religious thing, but Christmas is not a religious thing. I don't even celebrate Christmas. These
No, in fact,
holidays
I hate
things.
political correctness. I think it's the most evil thing I think it's the biggest problem in our culture right now is political correctness. Excuse me.
Oh, Canadian chocolate. Is this Canadian? No, this is Oh, that's good. I love it. Thank you, UTN. Oh, go here, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, UTN. You're such a sweetheart. She knitted this herself. She knitted this herself. So, very, very nice. I'm going to enjoy this pile of goodies. And I'm going to share it with Craig. And it's going to be delicious. Thanks so much.
Mike, I have nothing else to say, but I want you to enjoy,
Okay,
the rest of the week.
how much of a donation are we talking, Pete?
I really don't care that much, honestly.
Well, it's your call.
I'll let it hang out there.
Okay, nice to
Well,
hear from you.
Best I can do
Yeah, I mean, I just want to say, Barry, you can fucking blow me. Wilco, fucking go fuck yourself. And Tulsa gives me a big boner. Love you.
All right, thanks for calling, Pete. Okay, so I got goodies. So nice. Thank you so much. Oh, it's delicious too. I love this Curly Whirly. Chocolate and caramel. Chocolate and caramel is my favorite. Okay. So can you put the address back up again? Oh. Okay. Oh, delicious. Okay, so I believe tomorrow we'll be doing another unboxing. Possibly live. If you would like to do if you want us to unbox your present, you can put it on this. You can send it to us via this address right here on the screen. Hello, caller.
Michael Knight, how are you today?
Wayne, thanks so much for calling. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good. Hey, I totally agree with Sober Pete, man. You should put up a menorah. A 7-candle menorah, not a 9.
I don't know, Craig just put up some Kwanzaa thing a second ago. Is that
And then
7?
put up,
That's 7, isn't it? That's the 7 one, right? Yeah, that's 7 right there. That's what you're talking about?
Well, no, it's a menorah, but instead of 9 candles, because the fake Jews have it wrong. It's supposed to be a 7.
That one has 7, right? The one on the screen has 7, right?
Yeah, but the one that Andrea Mitchell keeps putting in has 9 in the chat has 9, eh?
Oh well, Andrea Mitchell has an agenda, don't you, Mitchell?
And then you know what? For Muhammad, we could put up that censored square that you see on South Park and Family Guy, in the background as well.
Censored square?
Oh, am I thinking Family Guy and not South Park, where they used to do, where they put the Prophet Muhammad in their shows, but instead they put like a black box that says censored on it?
Yeah, that was South Park.
Yeah, that was South Park.
Yeah,
man.
they gave him a salmon helmet.
Yeah, because who's the guy that does South Park? That's something, right?
Trey Parker and Matt Stone.
Yeah, that's it. Because they got a whole bunch of death threats and everything.
Well, no, it wasn't their choice. It was Comedy Central did that to them.
Comedy Central does that? Like, is Comedy Central like big, like kind of like Sportsnet kind of thing, where they own everything?
They're part of Comcast, so Comcast pretty much owns everything.
Oh, Jews, right?
I don't know. They're in every home in America, though.
Not this home, man. We got fucking Mox News here.
Right on. Well, you're the man, Dwayne.
Hey, thanks, man. So are you. And you know what? That hat looks great.
You think so? I
And,
think it looks pretty
UPN
good too, huh?
Actually, I shouldn't say hat. Then I sound like a Yankee. Your toque looks great, man. Take
That's,
off, you hoser.
Hey, Uncover the News. She got some talent. She made this herself.
She made that?
She made it, yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool. That's really nice, man.
I think so. And I got a bunch of chocolate on top of it, so.
Yeah. You've never had a coffee crisp in your life? Are you serious?
I don't know that can, and I got poutine making. I don't know the coffee crisp. I don't know that one. Sure sounds good though. It looks really delicious.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It's nice to have with the coffee. Or what's the thing like? You want your coffee? Yeah, I want my coffee crisp. You know.
You sound like the ad for the coffee
I used
crisp.
to watch a lot of TV, man. Yeah, I used to watch a lot of TV, man. There you go. There's the right menorah.
Okay. I don't
There's
know.
the right one on the screen.
Okay.
Without
thanks,
that Star of David in the middle, though.
Thanks, Craig. You gotta be so picky, man. He found himself a candle one.
Even the Star of David is stupid. These phony Jews, these white guys that bow at a Roman fort. They think that's the old.
Benjamin Netanyahu on the phone and find a real one for you.
That was Craig.
Okay. No, you gotta go. I don't know. Just kind of like white out that Star of David or something. With white out.
Huh. Well, I don't know.
That's a satanic symbol as well. So.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought a 5-pointed star was a satanic symbol.
They're all probably. Well, yeah, I guess so. I don't know. Well, yeah, all right.
I don't know.
Yeah, with those weirdos too, doing these all. Remember the movie The Craft from the '90s?
Is that was
so
like
cool,
about
like,
girls or something that were practicing witchcraft?
Yeah. When you're like 15 years old, they're hot, right?
Yeah, well, girls are hot. I think girls are hot right now.
I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, you said when you're 15. I mean, yeah. No, I mean, but that's why you tune into a movie because there's fucking hot girls on. I get it. Have you ever watched Dude? Have you ever seen Dude, Where's My Car?
I know I did, but I was really too high to remember it.
Okay. It's a very good movie. You should watch it again.
I probably remember it now.
It's fun. It's a very fun movie.
Yeah, right on.
So you have plans for what day? Do you get a 4-day weekend, or what do you got going on with the holidays here coming up?
I'm gonna work as much as I can because I don't celebrate these pagan, phony Christian bullshit stuff. Like Christmas
anytime
is
you can
completely
get
pagan.
family time is nice.
I get family time every day. I don't go out anymore. I come home after work and I got my loving family greeting me at the door, and it's just great,
Yeah, no, you're lucky. I mean, I think that sounds, I have the dogs and they greet me at the door, and that's pretty darn nice when you got that wagging tail and that smiling face. They're like, you're home, you're home, you're home, you're home. Yay, you're home.
Yeah. Well, I got the same thing without the wagging tail.
Good. That's really good, Wayne. I think that makes a huge difference in a person's life when they come home and they get a greeting like that.
It does, man. Like, honestly, I'm content. You know what I mean? Like, you know what it's like to be content?
That seems like an awesome feeling. I mean, I'm not sure that I know exactly what that's like because I always feel like I should be doing more, and you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I think that must feel pretty amazing.
It is. It is. Like, there's more I should be doing, but that has to do with my own spirituality and growing more of a garden and a bigger garden, like of tomatoes, though. Okay, man. Like, and just preparing more for the coming collapse and all this stuff, right? Like that's kind of what I have to be doing more of. And
you know, I think you can prepare, but you know what I mean. As long as you're ready to get through a couple of weeks, dude, I don't think you have to worry too much more than that. And I think that I'm not telling you how to do anything, but I'm just saying, you know, just I don't like the idea of worrying about stuff like that. You know, is that?
well, I don't, but I just prepare anyway because I know that you know this kind of thing can happen. And you know what? I'm kind of thinking 3 weeks to 3 months. If you can have 3 months worth of stored food,
Yeah.
you should probably have more. But like no matter what, if you can have 3 months,
Yeah.
then you're kind of at a good step.
Right. You should be able to find another source by then.
Yeah, and you know, so I just really agree with Ron Paul about a lot of this stuff. You know, the price of everything is just skyrocketing because of the bailouts of 2008. It really is. Like, I remember, you know, sucking welfare and smoking weed, and my wife and I watched the stock market collapse in 2008 over like 3 days. Just went from like 18,000 to 6,000, and it was awesome watching that. And just seeing all the panic, and we're like, well, what do we give a shit for, you know? But
Yeah,
you know,
no, I like that feeling too, where you know you're not involved and like a whole bunch and they act like the sky is falling, but it really doesn't. You know, it's like the same sky as yesterday. So, as far as you're concerned,
yeah, and if you're too stupid to invest in paper money and paper certificates and stuff like that, then oh well, good luck. Then more money for me because it's all going to flow into commodities. All this money in the world is flowing into commodities. It is right now. Look at the price of food. You know, those chocolate bars she sent you used to be 5 cents in the 70s. You know.
well, I remember during
that,
George Bush, it was like 25 cents for 4 of them, and now they're like $1 each.
and that's a U.S. dollar, man. Like,
Yeah.
you know, think about us poor Canadians. Like, every dollar in the States is like $1.40 for us. $1.40, you know. But yeah, our dollar kind of sucks now too. But our dollar, at least your dollar is still made out of paper. Ours is made out of plastic. That if you put it under a hot light, it'll melt.
Fromage. No, that's not true. They don't melt. I don't think you can
Yes,
hold
they
it.
do.
I don't think you can hold it over a lighter and it'll melt. Will it?
Our $20 bill, oh yeah, that fat gothic woman, that queen over there, someone else's queen. Our $20 bills will melt if you hold them under just a heat lamp, you know, like a hot lamp.
Huh? I thought that they were designed to be able to go through like the washer and dryer and hold up better.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. It's total farce. Like, you know, UTN knows this. She's probably got a whole bunch of these. All you can see them. They get wrinkled, and you can tell that they've been heated. So, you know, at least keep your paper money because at least you can wipe your ass with it. I don't know. These plastic things are sharp on the corners, man.
So, how many days are you taking off? You gonna get a 4-day weekend or not?
No, man. And I'm going to work as much overtime as I possibly can, minus Saturday, of course. But Sunday, I'll be a good heathen Christian and go work.
Really?
You know,
Wow.
Yeah. I'm hoping to. So,
Right on. Well,
I'm
that's
hoping to
cool.
do as many hours as I can at this
You
new
must
job,
be
man.
pretty happy with the new stuff then. That's cool, man.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, that's
I love
awesome,
it.
Dwayne.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah, for sure.
That's a good feeling too.
And I hope that, I don't know, like, I keep hearing that YouTube is going to be getting rid of a whole bunch of channels, and I just really hope that, you know, nothing happens to your great channel, man. And
Well-
no matter what you can do, can't you fight this shit? Like, can't you say, look, I was using fucking C-SPAN cameras, like, what's your problem? Like, you put in a dispute, didn't you? Did
Yeah.
they say anything back?
Yes, Dwayne. I showed everybody. It said dispute, appeal not approved. So
The suckers didn't even give you an answer, did you?
no.
Well, they give you an answer, but no reason.
Yeah, they're saying that it was I don't know, they just have like these categories. They're saying it was spam or scam or something like that, where it was like you know, I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. It's horrible. It's not right. And I'm just trying to protect the archive and, you know, keep coming out here and touching bases with you guys. And I'm uploading over on the other page, but I'm not uploading as much. But, you know, I right now I'm trying to get through this, and I have a couple. I'm trying to get the grow set up, and I'm going to do another unboxing tomorrow. We have other stuff coming in. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep moving forward, Dwayne, and as soon as I feel like it's safe to post new, I keep wanting to post stuff on this page, Dwayne, every single day. That's what I do. You understand? And, and I feel like I want it, but you know, it's not. It's so hard, you know. So I mean, I can't do that. I can't just post willy nilly and act like that's what protecting this page means, you know. So I have to be. Like I said, you know, if I act like you know, it doesn't matter if the page goes down, so I just post whatever, then I'm worse than fucking Google, because those people are horrible, and you know, this needs to be protected, and you know, Dwayne, you understand.
Oh yeah, no, and they never give you a reason.
Yeah, and
they don't give you a reason.
And it's happened to me so much in the past, you know, that I'm extremely sensitized to it. So I'm kind of like. I'm just kind of, you know, I'm like, you know, because it hurts, man. It hurts so bad when this book, like when the last pages would go down and there's nothing you can do, and there's just this thing that you did that's of value to the whole fucking world, and the whole world recognizes it. They're like, you know, they're like flocking to you to be part of it, and it's just gone. You know, it's like you did something that everyone recognized as amazing, and it's just gone because some piece of shit fucking douchebag at YouTube or Google doesn't give a fuck. You know?
Yeah, it's terrible, man. But just play it safe then. Just throw everything else on the other channel, and you know, we'll just keep watching it. And everyone's going to be showing up here. Like obviously, I'm seeing the same people in the chat every night. You know, the longer I stay on, I realize, you know, there's obviously a lot of viewers on the left coast there. So, you know, it seems to go up as the night goes on in viewership, too.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, keep posting to C-SPAN Junkie, because I see it going through my feed. You know, I didn't even have to hit the bell. It just shows up anyway.
Yeah,
so
good.
Everything you're putting up over there, not a problem getting through to me. You know, and all your stuff comes through to me. I'm thankful, man, because I like this channel no matter what. I like how you play it right up the middle. You know?
Hey, look, I'm just trying. Like I said, I'm trying to do something that's of value to all humanity. And again, I think that I have done that again and again and again. No matter how hard they've tried to keep me down, I've come back and done it again, and come back and done it again, and come back and done it again. You know, and I don't know how much I could ask for then to be that kind of service. So, you know, I'm just trying to do the right thing and get through this, like, and like you're saying, you know, there's this crunch up to December 10th or whatever, where they're saying they're going to get rid of a whole bunch of fucking pages, and it's the end of YouTube as we know it. You know, we'll see what happens. But you know, I don't want to give them an extra reason to fucking to just, you know, be
not
evil.
this channel. And you know, like if the other one, if they take down C-SPAN Junkie, they come on with C-SPAN Junkie #2 or something.
Yeah.
You know, and
well, I already have
we'll all find it anyway.
Mox News Archive and Mox News Archive 2. So there's lots of other pages, but it's a matter of protecting this one in particular right at the moment. And you know, keeping, because this is the one that's active, that people are used to coming to, that people will be like, hey, what's going on? Why is there not Mox News videos showing up and stuff like that? And as we continue to do the live shows, they'll be tuning in, because that's all there is to tune into, and they'll be seeing, hey, what's happening here, and this audience will grow, and you know, it's as long as we get through December 10th, then I'll feel a lot stronger. I'm just there's this big evil crunch that seems to be waiting, hanging over our heads, and it's just so stupid that YouTube just can't explain what's going on, because I don't know. I guess if you're gonna do a big old act of evil, though, you don't want to tell everybody about it before it happens, right?
Yeah. And hey, UTN, great toque, great package you sent Michael Knight here. I see Michelle in the chat. I hope she calls.
Michelle.
And Mike, it was great talking to you tonight. You take care, buddy, and I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, Dwayne, thanks so much for calling. Have a great holiday if I don't talk to you before then, all right?
Yeah, Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving a month ago in Canada, but...
Okay.
You have a great week, Mike. I'll talk to you soon, buddy. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello, caller.
Hey, you homeless piece of shit fucking nigger.
Yes. Wow. Is that the best you can do? And then hang up and run away? You're so brave. I'm sure your parents are so proud. You guys don't have to hang up if you're going to be like that. I'll be happy to have a discussion with you about it. Okay, so these are pretty good, UTN. These are pretty good. It's fromage curly things.
Oops, your caller just hung up. Goodbye.
Your caller hung up. I hate that thing. Oh, you like this, Dwayne? I like this too. I think this is nice. It is nice looking, with the snow and everything in the background. Very cozy. We're gonna do all of our unboxings with this background. Hello, caller.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you fine. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah. How come you got a cheer shirt on, you fucking pedophile?
What now? Oh, because I'm a cheer coach, dude. What's your problem? Oh, and he hangs up. Okay. No, I have this shirt on because I'm a competitive cheer coach. Okay? Duh. Why do you think I have it on? So, there. And he hangs up. And this is the thing about a troll. Okay? You want to be careful with the trolls, because if you get into an argument with them, they're sticky, but there is no there. So you don't have to, you don't have to get into a long discussion with them. All you have to do is, if you're actually being trolled and you want to say something in response, make your response and then move on, because there's no there. So much so that they can't talk for more than 10 seconds. They have to hang up and run away. Run away! Oh, we did this thing! Run away! I'm so brave. I called and did this thing, and then I ran away.
Oh.
Hello, caller.
Oh, hi, Bing Bong.
What's up, G?
How you doing, Bing Bong?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I like the fire behind you, Bing Bong.
It's nice, huh?
Yeah, it's nice. It's not better than the psychedelic, stuff you had a couple weeks ago.
I like that stuff too.
Yeah. How's your girl, Jesse Gabbard doing? She gonna win Iowa, or she goes to the Nicholas mayor from South Bend?
What, Mayor Pete? What about Mayor Pete?
Is he gonna win, or is it gonna be your girl Chelsea Gabbard?
I don't think it's gonna be Pete. I don't think I don't know. You know, it's going to be some status quo person. Pete is a very status quo guy. He is not going to change anything. There is nothing new in a Mayor Pete Buttigieg. So if that's what you're looking for, he's your candidate. But I don't think so. So he does have a chance because I believe that's the only thing that the Democrats are willing to put forward. Like that's the reason they're trying to sabotage Bernie Sanders because he's not a status quo so much. They don't see him that way, although he really is. So, bing bong.
Yeah, I know. I'm an orange man, bad kind of guy, but you know, either way, it doesn't matter who wins. You're gonna lose to Trump anyway, so
Well,
it's fun.
yeah, it's all theater, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
it's
So, what are
just.
you doing for Thanksgiving? Any big plans, or you just?
Oh, we're gonna go to casino and have casino buffet, which we go to every year for Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the buffet? Turkey and
Oh,
stuffing
they
and all
have
kinds of good
prime
stuff?
rib, and they have turkey, and they have big giant drumsticks, and they have fucking pizza, and they have like orange chicken. They have like a whole Asian section. They have Mongolian wok. They got it all.
Wow.
Yeah.
Orange chicken. I know you love the orange chicken.
Oh, it's gonna be
Vegas.
so good. Actually, I stay away from the orange chicken at the buffet, but
Oh,
but everything else is pretty darn good. And I always have one bite of the orange chicken just to make sure it's not great, but it's never great, so I stay away from it.
how come? Dark meat or white meat?
I think it's dark meat, but it just doesn't seem to be. It's missing something, basically. You know.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, you know, if that's the case, you have to stay away from it if it doesn't
Well, there's-
agree with your stomach.
Well, no, it's just there's so many other good choices. You know, why fill up on something that's not quite there? You know.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah, so
that's a good point.
I'm looking forward to that, and I always sneak in a big like quarter-pound baggie, you know, and I put it in my coat right here in the inside part, and I just put like big turkey drumsticks into the baggie and big old pieces of prime rib, and I bring it home and give it to the dogs. So they have,
The doggies. Yeah, bring a little doggy back for the doggies. That's nice.
yeah, so they have a nice Thanksgiving too.
Well, that's fantastic. You're a very good person, Bing Bong.
Thanks. You seem like a pretty nice guy too, Bing Bong.
Okay, buddy. Listen, I just want to call you and wish you, a happy Thanksgiving, and hope everything works out for you.
All right, you think we should do a Thanksgiving show? You guys gonna show up for a Thanksgiving show if after the buffet I come out here and do a live show? You guys gonna be here or?
Yeah, if you see the dogs arrive, or maybe I can come and watch for sure.
Right. We could do a bunch of doggy tricks. That'd be like fun.
Yeah. What
All
kind
right.
of dog you have? Like a lab or a German Shepherd? Or what kind
Their
of dog?
mom is a black lab. I have two. They're brother and sister from the same litter.
Oh.
But their mom was a black lab. I'm not sure. I think their dad is a husky. They look like huskies to me. So
So it's a mix.
yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I hope you enjoy the little prime rib and turkey legs you with them.
They always do.
Fantastic. Okay, Ching Chong, I'll talk to you later. You take care of yourself, all right?
All right, Bing Bong. Nice to hear from you.
Okay, stay strong.
You too. Okay, caller, call back. There was another caller right then. I was trying to get it, but I didn't want to cut off Bing Bong. There's the caller. Okay, so let's see.
Wanted to take this call.
Hello, caller. How are you today?
Hey, who gave this homeless guy a fucking green screen, am I right?
Yeah, are you right? Are you right? No, you're a retard. Who gave him a green screen? What's the matter? Don't you have a green screen at home? I have like 5 of them. I've been using them since 1997. Bing bong. So if you want to come pick one up, why don't you come on down and I'll give you one.
Voicemail system. So you need to press 1 to take this call.
Hello, caller.
Vagina.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Barry, are you getting everybody worked up again, Barry? Stop triggering everybody, Barry. Why is everybody talking about Barry? I don't even see his comments. Alright, so, anyways, if you guys want to send Christmas gifts and or cards... Hello, caller.
That's me shitting on your YouTube channel, dick.
I love it. Oh, this is good. This is very good, you guys. Okay, if we start getting these calls, okay, that means that they're going to be like, oh, it's prank call, and they're going to start spreading it, right? He's using it. You watch me do this. Watch me do prank call. So that's very good news that we're getting the prank calls. Don't worry about that. I am not worried about that in the slightest. And it wasn't me asking if we should ban them, so you know. If I want somebody banned, I would say, block this motherfucker! And you will be banned. And I will never think about it again. Hello, caller.
I bet if you move the green screen, he's under a bridge.
See, anyway, so I am in a nice, warm, cozy place with a nice, warm, cozy fire. And we got the Christmas tree with the snow outside. It's going to be such a lovely, lovely holiday season. Actually, we expect it to snow here any day. Same guy. Same guy, watch. Hello, caller.
How much mess do you do?
That depends on how much your mommy brings home at night. Get that bitch ass back out on the street and get me some more shit, woman. Is that the right answer? It's too bad they don't stick around to hear the answer, you know? Okay, so anyways, I guess what do we have here? Let's see what we have here. Yeah. Hello, caller.
Hey, I heard you're homeless, you fucking stupid dick.
Oh, we're gonna hang up now. Stupid dick, I'm gonna hang up. Watch me hang up now. I'm gonna make this comment and then I'm gonna hang up and run away like a little girl. Like a little girl. Because you're little girls with no balls. That's what makes you a little girl, because you have no balls. You say shit and run away like a little girl. So you know, actually girls have more balls than you do. So I don't mean to insult the ladies. Ooh. Think that's cinnamon? I bet that's cinnamon, huh? Oh, that is maple syrup right there. That is maple. Oh man. I'm taking that with me to the buffet. I may have to have it after the buffet. Okay. So I guess the little girls ran away. I said something stupid and I ran away. Okay, let's see. Where are we at here? We got 1 hour and 40 minutes. Okay, so anyways, I just want to make sure you guys know we have the C-SPAN Junkie page where I'm uploading videos. I uploaded a Bernie Sanders rally and an Elizabeth Warren rally, and I uploaded Donald Trump roundtable discussion on vaping at the White House. Seemed like a very lively discussion, in case you missed that one. It's the guy again. You guys want to talk to this guy again? Let's see how long. Let's see if he lasts longer than 30 seconds this time. Hello, caller. How are you?
Looks like life hit you fucking hard.
Life, you're soaking in it. So okay, so nobody else wants a call. I'm not here to just sit here and listen to morons. Although, if they are going to be, sending out to their moron friends, we have more and more morons watching. Maybe I should stick around. Make sure and send the links out to all your moron friends, morons. And see, that's the thing. If they were anything other than mental midgets, right? They would stick around to try and actually have some kind of a debate with someone that they feel is, inferior. That's what she's saying. What, bitch?
Did you vote for Trump?
No. Did you? Did your mama?
Your mama? My mama will fucking beat your ass, you crackhead under the bridge.
Almost lasted 30 seconds that time. Almost made it 30 seconds. Actually said 2 sentences that. Someone else. Hello, caller. How are you tonight?
Don't hang up. It's not the little pervert virgin, man.
I'm not hanging up on anybody, Michelle. They're hanging up on themselves. I'm not hanging up. I don't hang up on people.
He's so funny. I was like, oh, that's a virgin right there, especially the way he said vagina.
Right?
I was fucking laughing so hard. I'm like, oh my gosh, I swear. He's still not even off his mommy's tit and he's trying to holler. Oh.
Yeah, it's whatever. I mean, it's going to be expected to happen, especially if we're going to do it on a regular basis and it's actually going to get busy and we're not going to be screening callers and, it's going to happen. So it's not a thing to let screw up the show or anything, for sure.
That part, when I came in on the chat and everybody was going on a religious battle or some shit, I'm like, what the hell happened to this channel?
Did you see that? Did you see religion. What time did you get here?
I was at about maybe 45 minutes.
Oh, so you saw the unboxing then, right?
I did, yes. Good for you. How nice. That was very thoughtful.
Cool hat, huh?
Oh, I love it. I do. It's really nice. You did a great job on it. That's like seeing you open all that candy. You look like a real kid at Christmas, man. It was adorable.
I don't remember getting this much candy on Christmas, so I feel very lucky today.
Yeah, that was really sweet. That was really fun. But yeah, so I just thought I'd give you a call and see how you're doing and wish you an early happy Thanksgiving.
Are you taking a couple extra days off, Michelle?
Yeah, I work Wednesday and then I won't have to go back till Monday, so it's gonna be freaking. Yeah.
Nice.
So heck yeah. There's like more than just one day off, man. I love it. Heck yeah. So.
Get a wake and bake, huh?
Hmm?
Get a wake and bake for a change.
Oh my gosh, hell yeah. Shoot, that's gonna be fucking awesome. And that's like the best buzz of the day is the very first one. It's like, oh my gosh.
It's just nice. It's just nice to start your day off that way. That's all.
True. Mm. Oh my God, you're so right about that shit. So what the hell went on? Did I miss a good show Friday or something?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
I was talking about like I missed something good. Like we were all, I don't know what the hell, and I was like, damn it. I was like, so I'm like, I guess I can always go back and check it out.
I thought it was pretty funny. Drunk Pete had to go back and say what the hell did I say last night? That's pretty funny.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, okay.
But I didn't remember it being special. It seemed like I cut it kind of short, so it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that embarrassing because otherwise he would have made me an offer I couldn't refuse to delete it. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh shit, man. Well, I guess we'll have to have those days, but a little more embarrassing for him, though, huh? Because everybody was entertained.
Well,
damn.
The alcohol, it makes you go something. I had to give it up. I had 2 shots of whiskey and I'm on my hands and knees, hanging on to the earth, trying not to fall off.
Damn. Lightweight, huh?
I can't do the alcohol, man.
Yeah. Some people can tolerate it and some just can't. You know, I mean, if you have to, when you're drinking and then you black out, it's like, maybe it's not a good idea for you, you know?
No, it's horrible. Oh my God, it's horrible. I think that happens to so many people.
Yeah.
It's like that's the only option as a party substance, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Shoot. It's better just to smoke any damn way. Shoot.
you know what? It's so much healthier for you, and the alcohol is is a major carcinogen. So it's not. And I've watched it destroy people, Michelle.
Right.
I mean, you know, and this is what I tell people. This is what I tell parents. You know, tell your kids. By the time you're out of high school, you will probably know someone who died because of alcohol. That's how horrible it is. That's how dangerous it is. You know. So, but they don't. They don't tell them that. They act like alcohol is just fine. And then their daughters go to fucking college and they get fucking raped because they drank too much. And they don't fucking take any responsibility for the fact that they let down their daughters in that way.
Yeah. Right. Oh my God.
Anyway. So, what's going on? Are you having, did you have a good weekend? Did you get a couple days off or 1 day off?
1 day off.
1 day off,
yeah.
Nice. You just, you get any chance to do anything fun on that 1 day, or you just keep it easy?
Yeah, I get to do my fun stuff and actually spend some time at my house and do the chores, you know, and watch a little football as I'm walking by. So yeah, it's fucking awesome. Just
Oh yeah.
Stay home.
Are you? Did you watch the Dallas game?
Fuck yeah, it was awesome. I'm not a Cowboys fan.
Good. Yeah, good. I'm glad you enjoyed that. I was wondering.
Oh, hell yeah, I was enjoying it. Oh my God, it made the whole fucking day, kidding?
Nice. Good deal.
I tell you, Mike, I go to work and that's all you see, everybody wearing those fucking stupid jerseys, man. Man, I mean, and that's throughout the whole fucking football season. You get a little break, you know, off season, but Jesus Christ, these guys are freaking diehard fans of the Cowboys. I don't know why.
It's the same. It's the same way in Seattle. Those jerseys are everywhere, man.
Yeah, well, you guys are known to have the 11th man, so your fans are crazy.
12. They're all 12s. They're 12s.
Yeah. But that's okay, but you have to fucking work with it every fucking day and listen to the obnoxiousness. It's just like, oh, Lord, can I get a fucking break, man? I'll get up and fucking calm like, oh, Jesus. Oh.
Yeah, no, I'm not a football guy. I'm not a sports guy. I'm not, never, since I was little, has sports been something that it's like, oh, we got to sit down and watch this sports game or whatever, you know?
I'm not deep in it. Yeah. I'm not that to where if I'm not going to see it, I have to record it. Don't nobody spoil it for me, because when I get home, I'm going to watch the whole damn thing. I'm not like that. I'll watch it if I watch it. If I have to not, if I'm not doing anything, I'll watch it, but I don't revolve my life around it, that's for sure, like some people do.
Well, I kind of wish I could, but it's just not attractive to me. And it's not that it's not attractive to me. When there's something happening or a great play is made, it's like, wow, that was awesome, you know? But, and I'll stand there and I'll watch it, or I'll sit and I'll be like, boom, you know, because you can tell when something big happens, you know, and you're like in the moment, and it's cool. But it's the fanaticism, like you're talking about, the wearing of the jerseys, and they're all like, that really, something about that bothers me a lot, and I'm not able to communicate or relate in that matter, and I don't want to be part of that little, clique thing. So it's, I don't know, and I've said this again and again, I have never understood the willingness to hurt someone else in order to win a game, So that just, I can't.
That's part of it, Mike. It's called, competition.
Right. That's the thing. That's what it is. I'm not. I don't get the whole. I have to be better than you, and I'm willing to hurt you to make that happen. I don't get that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You know, you don't like watching men play with their bodies. That's all right, Mike. Don't worry.
Yeah, and it's all the men thing too. It's kind of weird that way too. You know, it's like men. You know, and they can't kiss, so they're gonna beat each other up. You know, it's weird, right?
Each other in the ass, though, like fucking for any damn reason. Oh, you almost got it. Let me beat that ass. I think that maybe that's what they're in it for. They like that spanking of the asses, man.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, they're all you know, they go off to a room and all get naked and in front of each other after the game, and then they, you know, they do this, and they hate the idea of like women reporters and stuff, you know, and you know what I mean. So it's like this weird. I don't know. I've never really got it. I never really got this sport.
I bet as they shower, please, come on. There's so many freaking closet gay guys in football, I bet. Shit.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, I think. Yeah.
And every sport, really, shit. Oh, yeah. Especially gymnastics. Shit, oh my gosh. That's crazy the way they fucking stuff around. Fuck that. But, hey, I'm so looking forward to, did you say you were going to Vegas?
No, I'm not going to Vegas. My roommate's going to Vegas. No, we're going to the casino down here. Like there's at the base of there's like this giant waterfall called Snoqualmie, right? And it's like very well known. And it's like in the TV series Twin Peaks, they showed that waterfall over like at the opening of every show. It's very famous. But there's a casino right at the top of it, and we go there for Thanksgiving and probably Easter. We go there a couple times a year to go to the buffet. It's a nice buffet. They have giant prime rib, and you know, just like I said, I get like 4 pounds of treats for the dog, so it's a good day. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. It's a hell of a view up there too, huh?
The view could be better. You can't really see the waterfall from there. But it's a nice, you know, it's a nice drive, and you know, and the food is pretty good, and you know, you get to hang out with friends and stuff. So that's what really matters, you know. I mean, I have my one friend who says every time I go there, I get more sick than the last time I went there. Like, well, dude. You know, I said he's going to Vietnam for Christmas, right? And and one of his friends told him that like the first time you go to Vietnam, you have diarrhea the whole time that you're there, but like the next time you go, it's fucking amazing, right? So he has another friend who's like a charity worker, and she goes to Africa all the time. And he said, how do you get beyond this thing where, you know, you get diarrhea when you go to these places? And she said, oh, you take this stuff. So I said, see, all you got to do now, you know how to fix it. You just take the stuff before the buffet, and you won't get sick. Boom.
No problem solved. A boat for teeth, shit. Hell yeah, that sounds like a plan.
I don't have that problem. I don't have the problem he has. You know, so. But that's why I don't eat at McDonald's, though, too. So.
Oh shit! Forget that. That's like the worst fucking food, man. Shit.
Yeah, I just don't. It's just too part of the society and being fed to too many people. And honestly, when I do eat it, which is like once or twice, maybe a year, I get a strange buzz from it. Like I can feel somewhat lightheaded. And that makes me think that they're putting something in it that makes it addictive on top of all the other bad shit that they're doing, and that's got to be purposeful. And I don't like, you know, it's just kind of evil. You know, again, it's evil. Stay away from evil. I try to stay away from evil, basically.
Well, hell yeah.
Seems like a good plan, right? Good luck with that.
Oh, but I'm sorry, when I was talking to you, I was laughing so hard because I believe it was Craig put on the bottom, like the title, Michelle Superfan or some shit like that. I was fucking laughing so hard. I was fucking cracking up. I was like, I know it's that damn Craig.
I'll get you one of these days, Craig.
Oh, I did, man. I was like, son of a bitch, because I call you on my phone, and I don't have a home computer, so you can't see what's going on, so I'll go back and check it out. And I was looking at it, and I was like, what the fuck? Oh, hell no. Oh, my God, you have me laughing so fucking hard. But that's
Right on.
I was off the air. Oh, my God, that's hilarious.
That seems to be happening regular as people going back and watching the shows. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
they're better than I think they are. I don't know.
No, I do it because there's sometimes I couldn't understand what the caller said, so I'll go back and then I'll listen to it again and I'll be like, oh, I got it, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that's here's the stories, you know, that people talk about. It's entertaining, you know.
It seems like we're doing the right thing. I think we're I think it's going fine. I think it's headed the right direction. I think the backgrounds and today we incorporated a second camera to do the unboxing. So there's a whole bunch of there's like this little learning curve to figuring out how to make all this stuff, movie magic with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And we're figuring that out. And my Craig's son is coming over this weekend or on Thanksgiving, and he's very good with this OBS stuff. So he's going to show me how to build backgrounds so that we can actually make it so it looks the way we want it to look. And hopefully we'll be able to set up some kind of a news studio kind of look to it, and a little spot for like clips and shit like that. And we'll get more into like a formatted thing here in the near future.
Sounds like a smart boy. You're gonna learn a lot from him, shoot.
Well, he's learned a lot from me, but yeah, he's pretty smart boy, and I've always said, don't worry about that kid. He's very smart. Don't worry about him, because he doesn't want to do the school so much, So kind of like he's figuring his way through life. Right now he's writing comedy routines because he wants to try and do a stand-up comedy set. So.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, now's the time for him to do it. When you're young, that's when you experiment with everything and shit, and do what you want to do. Whatever makes you happy.
Right. You find your way in the world, and find your place, and you figure out what it is you want out of it. So.
Exactly. And you do it on your own, and you don't go by comparison. This person did that. This your road, your way of taking it is all up to you. So. No reason to go to college and then end up dropping out later. If you're not in it to be in it, don't save fucking money and do it later,
Right, that's what I keep saying is, Craig's like, I'll pay for it. What is it you want to do? And I say, dude, just push him. Just let him know that when he's ready, you'll pay for it. And that way he can figure out what it is he wants to do and be genuinely serious about spending that money. Because if you're not, that's just a big old trash can of money right there.
That's right, exactly. You're gonna be wasting money. I'd rather you be honest with me so I can save that money, and then you go when you want to go, if you want to go.
Right.
Shit, it's not gonna bother me now. What would bother me is you acting like you want to go, then you go for a couple of weeks. No, it's not me. It's not for me. It's like, what the hell? Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. And you waste that chance. And then it's likely you're not gonna get it again, because you already used it up. So just wait, it'll happen. He's a smart guy. He'll figure out what it is he wants. We all get a good idea. And this thing is, like I said, it's so complicated. And he grew up with me around, and we're talking about 9/11 truth and all this stuff. And I'm a troublemaker. You know this, Michelle. I go out and I'm constantly making waves. And with that,
that's what I like, Mike.
Yeah. I tell you, when I lived in Maui, I lived with a tattoo artist, and the only thing she wanted to tattoo on me was instigator. That way, she said, when the cops come, she'd say, it's the guy with instigator tattooed on his arm. That's the one you want to talk to.
Oh my God, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
So, but he's got a lot of, he's learned a lot, or he's seen a lot and learned a lot, and I think that's why he's so good at video now. Is because he's watched me do it, and he's beginning to master the social media and the video, and I think it's partially because of influences that, well, everybody. Craig's obviously very good at the video too. Craig's actually learning the OBS now so that he can teach it to me. That's how lucky I am. When I need to learn things, I have really fucking amazing people around me who go and learn them for me and then come back and teach it in a way that I can actually understand it.
Shit.
I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky.
Yeah, you're blessed.
Yeah.
That sounded like you giving a speech right there, Mike. That was adorable.
I'm so lucky, dude.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, I want to make sure you guys know is I'm a very lucky person. These people, who call and act like somehow I'm living under a bridge or something. I'm a very lucky person. I may live on a shoestring budget. That's very true. But I've been able to make amazing things happen. And I've been able to have gather together all these people and do this cool thing and with the whole, with the biggest people in the business trying to get rid of me. I've still managed to make this thing happen that's of value to all humanity, and I get it. Even if YouTube deletes this page and deleted all my other page, I get to walk through life going forward, knowing that that's what it is that I did with the last 16 years of my life, and you guys have helped me make that happen. It's like without you, number one, it would have been meaningless, and without you, it wouldn't have been nearly as interesting, and without you, without the support of the people, I never ever would have been able to continue doing this for nearly as long as I have. So it's you guys who make Mox News strong, and yes, we're going through a tricky time right now where we have to walk on eggshells, but the strength still comes from you guys. The strength still is in you guys. It's you that gives the flavor. You that I come out here and I'm the one who's battled and made and stayed. That keep moving forward and keep doing what we do and never let them make me stop. But it's because you guys say never let them make you stop and keep doing what you're doing because you make a difference, and so it's I can't thank you enough, and I feel very blessed to have had this opportunity to spend this time with all of you guys. So
Yeah, it's really nice of you to say. But, in return, I feel the same way with you. It's like there's not a place, places where you can actually have a conversation. Everybody's opinion, you say whether you agree with it or you don't agree with it. You can have a conversation about it and just, move on to the next topic and whatever. But it's interesting because you can, people can call in. Anybody who's got, anything on their mind, you listen to them. You're a really good listener. And you let people say whatever, they have to say in their minds, and you don't judge them. And that's the biggest thing is you don't have that a lot, Integrity's out the window. Everybody just wants to say what everybody else is saying, and you're taking your own path, and I'm glad that you keep fighting it, and you got to be doing something right. Like I told you before, these big wigs are coming after you like shit. You're getting somebody's attention here, So just keep fighting, you can't back down now. You're getting the attention, okay, let's do it then.
Yeah.
And then just roll as hard as it is. I appreciate you, and everything to think about you. So I just want you to keep your chin up and just keep fucking, like you said before, one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, you got to keep moving forward, man. It's all you can do. March or die, It's this, and that's what we're doing, But at the same time, we're kind of in protect mode, so. Because I'm just very sensitized to this thing, Michelle. Where they've done this to me before, and it's really it's heartbreaking when they do it, and it can't be repaired. So and that's when you
put into everything, all the hours you put into uploading it and editing and stuff. It's got to be something that you have to look at it for the first time, see if it was worthy, and then cut out all that. It sounds like a lot of fucking work. And for them to just come and just say, yeah, we're going to just wipe this off the face of the earth right now, and act like it's okay, you know, that's like, no, that's not okay. In the public, you know, this ain't fucking Russia where you tell us what we can and cannot watch, man. What the fuck? You know, it's like, I was gonna fucking make that fucking choice. If I want to go see cartoons fucking, I'm gonna go see cartoons fucking, but fuck you, you know?
And
that's ridiculous.
And that's what YouTube, that's what made YouTube great, was that, let's see what everybody's watching. You know, and now we're telling everybody what they want to watch. Here, this is what you get. This is what there is. We're showing you what there is, but not really. We're just showing you what we want you to see. And
you let everybody know that there's more to see than this bullshit they're feeding them. You know, you give people the option to, okay, we don't always have to look at mainstream media. Now, hey, look, let's see what this guy's got to say. And then you called me, like, as soon as I got into talking to you and listening to you first, I was like, oh, shit. I was like, who's this man? You know, he's one of those talking heads. So that's what got me attracted to this channel here. You know, it's the interaction, it's the involvement of everybody just communicating, like, making the world a little bit smaller in your own way. You know, and that's a good thing for us. It's a good thing for us to know what the fuck's going on, that they're trying to feed us bullshit. Okay, so my opinion is, it's my fucking choice. I get the news from you other than these other fucking idiots, you know? But that's the good about this YouTube thing. And now it got what? It got too big. Too many people are communicating. Now they want to shut it down. Like, you guys can't have your cake and eat it too, man. It's ridiculous.
It's, you know, it's not just now. It's been going on for years, you know, with the censoring of the comments and, you know, saying that people can't send private messages anymore. It's just been a little bit chiseling a little bit away at the freedom, chiseling a little bit away. And not so much the freedom, at the ability that was just there for us to communicate, right? There was the ability, like I said, when Google first bought YouTube, there was the ability for people to leave video responses to messages, right? At the bottom, right underneath the video, there'd be this video, that video, right, all lined up, and they would have been submitted by people who had watched the video. And,
oh, cool.
Yeah, and YouTube and Google shut that down, like about a year after they bought YouTube. And then, you know, and then they shut down private messaging. You know, I mean, I used to get messages all day long from people who would be like, oh, there was this on the news, and oh, this just happened, and oh, here, you know you want this, I'm sending you and only you this video. Like when this, when the asteroid, the meteor, that hit Russia a couple of years ago, hit. It was like the night before. There was supposed to be an asteroid that was supposed to cross, like between the moon and the Earth. It's supposed to cross really close to the Earth, right? And one comes down the day before and slams into Russia, and it's like everybody thought it was a nuclear explosion at first because it blew out everybody's windows and stuff. And and somebody sent me that, and I had that video of the meteor flying. Somebody had captured from their balcony flying over their head. I had that video up within an hour of it happening.
Oh,
and
that's that shit, because they weren't the first ones to let it out.
And this is the deal. And now and YouTube says, and Google says, oh yeah, we can't have private messaging anymore. Because people are able to, on a second moment, in the blink of an eye, share information with important other people that are able to spread that information far and wide. So we have to shut that down as much as possible right this minute. And that's why they stopped private messaging. So Google is horrible. The management, there's been nothing about except for taking away everything that's good about YouTube. Okay, so I wish it was different, but you know, I don't know why these people have to be so fucking evil, you know.
Well, the fucking thing is that they're scared of the power of the people.
Yeah.
So you have the people that were sending you information, and meanwhile, mainstream media has a handful of fucking puppets, you know.
Yeah.
And you got people watching from all over the world, you know.
Yeah.
And so they're fucking like, oh, hell no, you can't be doing this breaking news, because to them it's going to be second news, you know. We can't have that.
Right, and that's
No.
exactly right. Right after I posted that video of the meteor within an hour of it hitting Russia, CNN took 12 hours before they actually posted anything about the meteor hitting Russia. 12 hours between when Mox News posted it on YouTube and CNN actually had it on their television channels. And you know why? Because there was a boat that had been disabled, like a cruise ship that had been disabled, and it had been drifting at sea for a couple of days, and people were and it was being towed in, and people were talking about how horrible it was because there was norovirus, and there was just and they're talking about, so they're talking about people. CNN is talking about people who were on a cruise ship, as where it's the day before this giant meteor is supposed to pass between the Earth and the Moon, and everybody's nervous about it, and one actually slams into Russia like 24 hours beforehand, and CNN doesn't say anything for like 12 hours, and that's, and you know, I just don't get, you know, how they can't see the value. It's that they do see the value to mankind, and they don't want things to be of value to mankind. True, meaningful value. Anything that's of true, meaningful value, we must do our best to clamp down and take away. Like cannabis.
That's it. All they used to do was fucking, like, if you watch TV and you see the commercials, all you see is fucking about medicine all the fucking time.
Yep.
You know, this new pill and that new pill, and at the end they tell you 1,000 side effects, you know, like really super fast, you know, medicine to you. You know, it's just like, what the fuck, man? And it's like, you know, that's the reason that pharma does that, is because that's how they can get money off of the taxpayers by putting commercials out there acting like they're doing the public a favor. And you know how much money they make, right? So this allows them to get the kickback, even though we in our taxes are already paying for the studying and finding new medicine for the people. And here we're already paying into this program. Without us, they wouldn't even have this fucking program. And they turn around and make a pill that could be, you know, $1, and all of a sudden you sons of bitches are going to pay $5.50 for a pill in order for you to survive.
Or $20 for a pill, or $50 for a pill.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking sick people by the balls. It's just like, man, if you cannot get any more shallow than that, like,
right, then profiteering off of sick people, off of desperate sick people who have nowhere else to turn, and you got to make a fucking buck off that. Is that right? Man, that is scummy. That is fucking scummy.
That's what I'm telling you. Patience for profits, man.
Yeah.
That's all I ever see, those fucking commercials, or else they scare you. Have you ever had this feeling on your left ear temple? You know you could be fine. You better get a checkup, because your ear's gonna fucking fall off. Like, what the fuck? And so you got those people that are already hypochondriacs. They hear that, I gotta get to the hospital. I gotta go get checked. You know, more money, more money. It's just fucking crazy. Patience for profits, I tell you, man. It's the best scam yet. Second to Wall Street. Man.
There's so many people who actually believe in doctors. You know what I mean? They're like the second they have anything wrong with them, they want to, you know, check in with the doctor. And I mean, my mom was one of those people, and it just, I honestly believe that they prematurely caused her death, because she had so many pills that they had her taking, you know.
That's what
and I just think, that shit clogs up your kidneys, it clogs up your liver. Those pills are just not, and depending on what they're giving you, they Swiss cheese your fucking brain. Okay?
Yeah.
So just, you know, stick with the cannabis. You know, and if that's not quite enough, take some ibuprofen, man. You'll be okay. Cannabis and ibuprofen is an amazing combination.
Yeah, and see, you know, and that's the thing, that whenever you go through one ailment, and then you read the side effects, and they'd be like, okay, well, now, you know, my blood pressure is good, but now my fucking kidney's fucked up. You know, so now I got to take another fucking pill for the kidney, and then here we go with this organ. And it's like a vicious fucking cycle, man.
Yeah.
They're all fucking really satanic and just like It's unbelievable what the fuck goes on and how, Americans doesn't seem to, we shouldn't have, this and that, and at least prices that you can fucking pay, not outrageous to where, are we going to eat this week or are we going to, buy our medicine? That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, healthcare for people who can afford it is a sign of a sick society. You know what I mean? If you can't see that this is a matter, healthcare is a matter of national security, okay?
Right.
And I mean, I don't have to explain why, but having a healthy population as opposed to an unhealthy population seems pretty obviously beneficial to society. So like I said, it's a matter of national security, and why it's not described like that by the candidates, I will tell you, because they're status quo candidates. They're there to keep things in place. They don't want things to change. Go ahead, Mr.
Mike, you do it your way to get healthier, cannabis and shit. That means you don't go to the doctor anymore. That means you don't go and buy their 10,000 pills, Why would they be against that? You see? It's part of their fucking plan.
Yeah.
You keep people sick and they keep coming back. Job security right there. They don't give a fuck about the people.
Right.
We that go through it or see somebody that goes through it give a shit. They just see the bottom line, and that's all it is. They could care less. They're heartless motherfuckers. They could care less about what would be good for America. They're always saying America's the best country in the world and shit, and who says that? We go invading and putting our noses in all these other fucking countries, and meanwhile, we're over here with bridges about to fall apart, fucking potholes every motherfucking time I turn around.
Yeah.
Like, who's gonna fucking do jobs right there?
Yeah.
Construction.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, Michelle. America could easily be the greatest country in the world if we just stopped spending all this money on war, on weapons, and actually invested into schools and making sure that our children have the brightest fucking future they can possibly have, and investing into a 22nd century infrastructure so that you leave the children something they'll be able to use, for their entire life and their children. I mean, that's the kind of thing that this America could be proud of. All Americans could be proud of. And like you're saying, an infrastructure project, a multi-trillion dollar infrastructure project would be beneficial to all Americans. Including those who aren't even born yet.
Yeah, and it would be value to the economy and everything else, but they don't fucking see that shit. Like invest in more teachers so you don't have 50 kids to a classroom.
No, Michelle, they see it. They see it 100%, and that is exactly why there is war, so that they can go, oh, well, we wish that we could give everyone health care, but we just can't afford it because we have to spend all this money on war. You understand that we're at war, and the terrorists are coming to get you, don't you, Michelle?
Yeah, and do you know, that's why I sit for my life every time I walk out of my fucking house. I'm armed and loaded, locked and loaded. Come on, motherfucker, I feel danger. Shut up. That's why people go to the beaches and, it's just like, okay, there's a terror going on in the United States, and it's like, where? If there's a fucking terror, it seems to be homegrown, man. They're not coming from nowhere. These motherfuckers are breathing that kind of hate. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
With all these shootings and shit. It's just like, okay, where is he from? Oh, white kid from the suburbs. Oh, okay, but is he ISIS or who are we blaming this on? It's like, fucking own it, motherfuckers. Own it. Raise your own kids. Don't just put them in front of a fucking video game playing all fucking day long, and you're like, oh, that's gonna be my babysitter. Or give them a little iPad with cartoons on it. There's my babysitter. There's our parents got so fucking lazy, and now you got more shootings left and right because of the hate speech going on and everything else. Look at this shit. You better believe I'm strapped every time I leave this house. Yeah.
Well, that's good, Michelle. I'm glad to hear you're ready to take care of business. I would, I think that a girl has got to have priorities, and, that should definitely be, one of them is being prepared.
And I'm not going to be stupid about it. It's only going to be like a situation. It's either you or me. It's not going to be me. At least I'm going to try my damnedest, Fuck that.
Yeah, no. Look, Michelle, like I said, I got my first gun when I was 9 years old, okay? I got my first handgun when I was 10 years old. And my dad used to always say, it's not who's right, it's who's left.
Mm-hmm.
Because...
There we go.
Yeah.
That's
so,
that.
you gotta be prepared. You gotta know that there's bad things going on. You also gotta know that you never ever point a gun at someone unless you're going to kill them in the next 1 second.
Because that's fucking, you can't threaten somebody like that.
Yeah. So,
if you're gonna point, you're gonna fucking use it, that's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully you're not going to use it. But if I point it at you, you're less than 1 second from being dead. Okay, that's the only reason I have it pointed at you, because I've already decided I will kill you. I will kill. I'm not going to shoot you in the leg or the foot. I will kill you. It's the only reason I pulled the gun out and pointed it at you. And if you think this is some kind of video game where you're going to take more than one hit, then you're stupid.
Exactly. You cannot get a new life, you idiot.
Yeah, I'm gonna take one shot, and you're gonna go down, and it's gonna be the end of it, because I don't want to make some big scene. There's people here who want this to finish and it's done,
Yeah.
So.
And nothing has happened to where I've had to use it or anything like that, but it's just now times have changed, man. It's like you better just be ready, just in case. You just never know, man. People are just gonna lose it. Crazy.
I like I said, Michelle, I got my first gun when I was 9. My first handgun was 10. I shot lots, and I shot like 20, 30,000 rounds out of like 100 different guns. I don't like them. I just don't like them. But at the same time, I'm glad that my neighbors have them. I know that it makes my neighborhood safer that my neighbors have guns. And if there was something going down, like some kind of a terrorist event, I know a couple neighbors who have arsenals, and they would be happy to fucking hand me something, because they know that I would be ready to take care of business.
Yeah, you have to, man.
Yeah.
You got to be ready for something, Not that you're going to use it, but it's better to have it and not use it than wish you had one. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't. Like I said, I won't walk around strapped. I'm not interested. I don't. If I had children, I would, but then I'd have a bigger priority than myself. If I don't want to be responsible for everybody else and all their children, I don't have that. I'm not able to do that. I'm no superhero, so I don't walk around strapped. If I had children, I would always. But seeing that I don't, it's just a responsibility that it's like driving. I don't drive either, and I don't drive because I don't want to be constantly, there's this heavy responsibility, and I don't. It's just more than I want. And I see, again, it's very dangerous, very, very dangerous, and the driving, you see people. I've had friends who died at very young ages, and I don't know, and then all the other shit. But whatever. I don't want to carry a gun, and I don't carry a gun. And the only reason I would ever have one is if there was something going down, and it wouldn't be that I'd be fighting for the United States of America to protect it from some terrorist threat. It'd be I was fighting for my neighborhood and my neighbors and my friends. And make sure that everybody knows nobody's gonna fuck with them,
Right.
Bad idea.
Yeah, that's what I would use it for. I wouldn't use it for no random fucking just for the hell of it.
No. I'm saying I'm not about the government. It's not because you're like a proud American protecting the United States government. Fuck the United States government, and they're the ones who got us into this shit in the first place. If they had fucking half a brain among them, we wouldn't be at. The last thing we'd be worried about is terrorists invading, or Russia, or China, or North Korea, or anybody else, because it'd be fucking as settled. That nobody wants war except for these goddamn war profiteers, Michelle.
You heard about that?
And those people, nobody, and I'm talking on the planet, nobody wants war. They want all they want is a better life for them and their children. That's all anybody wants. And we could have that except for these evil motherfuckers who see the ability to make a shiny penny off fucking spilled blood in the goddamn desert. And it's evil, and they should all pay a price. And if there's any justice in the universe at all, they all will. Because it's the most evil on the planet, and it is what's keeping us from having a brighter future. And that's the reason I say, drone strike the fucking war profiteers neighborhoods with extreme prejudice. I don't care if it's in the United States or Canada or wherever. You drone strike the motherfucking war profiteers, and you make a point that this is what evil is, and all we leave for evil is motherfucking scorched earth. Because that's what's taken away our future. That's what's taken away your children's future. And they need to be making an example of so that it doesn't ever happen again for other people's children.
But the fucking warmongers, they should have to draft their fucking kids in the war. Whatever next war you want, your fucking kid, I don't care how old they are, man, they're gonna learn how to drive a tank, but your fucking ass is in the middle of that war too. If they want to send their kids, then you can send other people's kids.
Yeah, straight to the front line. Straight to the front line. You want to exactly. You want to send Cheney wants to sit up there and act like, Liz Cheney, daughter of Dick Cheney, wants to sit up there and act like fucking every war on the planet is just and good and some kind of a fucking right of God or something. It's just disgusting, man.
The Rothschilds needed to get Recce Bank. Fucking America, there was some oil that needed for freedom. So, we were there for all the right reasons. That's what I'm telling you. It's fucking crazy. We're like the biggest fucking terrorists in the whole fucking world. It's like, and that's why they pump so much money into the military complex, because if we keep going around, fucking around with these other countries, there will be, knock on the wood, the day when they're going to bring it over here really home, And it's like, you motherfuckers don't know.
Yeah, Michelle, look, there is such a thing as blowback, okay? And that blowback is when, you go and you fucking bomb a fucking generation of Iraqis and you kill all their parents, and then their children grow up and their children fucking hate you, and they hate you with a good fucking reason. You killed their parents, you killed their sister, and it ruined their life forever. Okay, now all they know is revenge. Okay, and the Pentagon knows that's what it's doing, and it's doing that on purpose in order to be able to war profiteer for generations to come. Fucking evil.
It is. That's just exactly why fucking the troops were removed over there from Syria, and all those ISIS prisoners got away, because they got to have another reason now to keep the war or keep the military. Fucking with the bottomless pit of money, because now ISIS is going to regroup and this and that. Now here we go for another excuse. It's like, okay, what's next? Who was going to be invaded next? Syria or Iran? Because those ones are left.
Well, Iran is pretty. I don't want to call it the final piece, but it's the big piece on the chessboard that they want. And I mean that was really why they invaded Iraq, was so that they could have military bases on both sides of Iran, in Iraq, in Afghanistan, and in Iraq. What's that?
I said, but Iran is fucking a lot bigger than Iraq, and they seem to be like on a different level than where Iraq was.
Yeah, no.
It's like stronger, man. That's why I'm like, what the fuck are we gonna go and fuck around over there now?
No, it's going to be really bad. I mean, it's Iran is a real fucking army with like that's been training for this fucking war with the United States for the last 40 years, and maybe 50 years, and and the deal is, I lost my train of thought. But Iran, they're not. No. And see, the thing is Iran is a real army, and like I said, they've been training forever. And they said we're going to go into Afghanistan and we're going to fight guys in caves and mud huts. Okay, caves and mud huts. This is what the Pentagon was telling us when we were going into Afghanistan. Okay, 20 years later, the only superpower in the fucking world can't beat people fighting in caves and mud huts. How the fuck they gonna beat Iran? Fuck that.
It takes how long to do that. Like, shut the fuck up. They're only out there to fucking guard the poppy fields.
Yeah.
And shit. So that's what they're there. That's why they're fucking there.
Yeah.
Just like in Bolivia, they're gonna fucking go over there and find a way to take their natural resources with lithium.
Right.
And so they go over there and fucking, try to get in on that too. It's like, man, they're just everywhere. It's like, what the fuck is going on? It's so crazy.
It's like I said, it's this thing. The plan is to be able to war profiteer for generations to come, right? The new American century. That's what the new American century was all about. Is PNAC, right? PNAC is the John Bolton organization, and it was all about starting a war that was going to last for the next 100 years, and that American industry, like the American war machine, would be able to profiteer off for 100 years to come, and that's what's happening. That's exactly what's being. All the pieces. When you say what the fuck is happening, Michelle, that's what's being lined up. Is this war machine, never-ending thirst for more war profiteering. And they're going to get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
one way or another.
Unless we find some way to come together and understand it ain't the fucking Republicans and it ain't the fucking Democrats. It's both of them that have led us to this place, hand in hand, happily skipping tra-la through Sherwood Forest. Very, very happily, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Fucking happily skipping to their banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, our expense, but, well, yeah, what's he gonna do,
I'm gonna go eat chocolate.
Finally got you distracted, man, because you were fucking really getting that chocolate high over there.
Okay,
all
Michelle.
right, Michael, your goodie bags, and have a happy Thanksgiving. And I really appreciate everything you do for this show. Thank you so much.
Okay, so tell me if I do a show on Thanksgiving evening, or will you be tuning in, or
what time? The same time?
Yeah.
Or earlier?
Same time.
Yeah. Sure, I'll jump on there.
Okay, because I'm actually trying to decide if I should or shouldn't do a show. Because if it's better just to give the people the night off and let them relax and enjoy, plus I don't have to fucking do it for 3 hours or whatever. I could just come out here for half an hour and say hi to everybody, or whatever.
Enjoy your fucking day too, though.
Yeah.
No, let's not do it. Let's just fucking just enjoy your day as well. And if you jump on it, then I'll have an alert and shit.
Okay.
Check it out.
Okay,
but,
good.
All right. Well, it's nice talking to you, Mike. Keep up the good fight.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you, Michelle. It's always nicer when you're here.
All right. Take care, Mike.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay, so I got chocolates to eat from the Great White North. I got chocolates, and I got fromage crunchies. Fromage crunchies. I love fromage crunchies. Okay, anybody else want to talk? We got 2.5 hours here. If anybody else wants to talk, you are welcome to call. Otherwise, I got chocolates to eat. And we'll do this again. We're doing this every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. I'm trying to decide whether to do it on Thursday. I think I'd like to do it on Thursday, but you never know what's going to happen once we get off to the casino. There's snow up in the mountains. The casino's up in the mountains, so for all I know, we could get stranded in the snow, right? But then I could do a live show from Greg's phone, possibly. You never know. From inside the casino. Ooh. Alright, anyways, you guys, I will, I guess oh, Woko, you want to have a puff? You want to get high? You want to get high? You guys want to get high? Remember the bird in Up in Smoke? And it's like, it was a myna bird, right? It looked like crows. It was like, it would say, you want to get high? You want to get high? Whenever I go to the store and they have birds at the store, you know, like the big ones that talk, you go into those. Sometimes I go into weird stores. Sometimes they have birds that talk. And I go up to them and I go, you want to get high? 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 Well, that curly whirly is delicious. I can tell you that for sure. Canadian chocolate, I think, is better than American chocolate. Butter brickle. That looks pretty interesting right there. Doesn't it? Doesn't it? I'm gonna go make some poutine. Some poutine, baby. Ooh, I got some nice mozzarella cheese. And some French fries, some crinkle cut French fries in the freezer. Oh, that sounds so good. Doesn't it? Making my mouth water here. Okay, guys, so I like this background. We're going to do this background for all the unboxing videos. I think if I can get everything positioned right and everything, it should be really cool. So thanks so much to UTN for her lovely care package from the Great White North. A beautiful knitting artwork. It feels so nice, UTN. It's really nice and soft and cozy. Really nice and soft. I got a little football. The boy in the football hat. That is my favorite South Park episode. There's a new South Park this week on Wednesday night. But the boy in the football hat, that's Critter Christmas, right? And that's kind of like a Dr. Seuss kind of thing. And it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites. Like one of my top 2 favorites. There's another one I like that too. But Critter Christmas, oh man, it always makes me cry because it's so good. It's so good that I feel blessed that I'm actually able to watch something that is so fucking good. To find some way to make it so you guys can see the smoke. They can never see the smoke. Oh, that's good though. Oh, that's good. All right. It's nice to see you guys. Oh. Good night. Hello, caller.
Hey, what's up, man? Are you Santa Claus?
I got a couple neighbors who think so.
Oh, your beard looks like shit, you fucking bitch.
Are you still there?
Yeah, bitch, I'm still here.
Oh,
What's up, bitch?
I don't know. What is it? What's up?
I said you're a fucking bitch.
Okay, is that all you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the...
A bitch with chocolate. A bitch with chocolate. Oh. I got chocolate, and I got dabs, and you don't got either. So I'm a bitch with chocolate, and a bitch with dabs, and you don't got either. What now, caller?
What, you're gonna get the kids to come to you with the chocolate and shit, you fucking bitch?
The what now?
You're gonna get the kids to come to your house with the chocolate?
Yeah, I can't wait for
You
them to come
bitch.
to my house because I love being around kids so much.
Ew.
I
You
know.
don't get to call
It's
that,
like
right?
you. That's like
Bitch.
being around you. Ooh, who would want that, right?
You're a fucking bitch.
Yeah, who
Fuck
would
yourself,
want to
you
be? It's
fucking
just like you.
bitch.
You said it perfect. You said ooh when I said being around kids. That's right.
Cut
Who
that
would want to be
fucking
around
beard,
someone like
stupid
you?
bitch. And it's not Christmas time yet. Why you got the Christmas tree up and all?
Because
that shit?
it's Christmas time for me. I got a big bag of chocolate, man.
Yeah, you gotta go get a little bunch of kids.
That's
In
all
your
I
house
talk
and
about
shit.
ever is kids. How much I want kids. You're really
That's nasty,
worthless,
bro.
man.
That's nasty, bro.
I know it's so nasty.
You fucking bitch. You bitch.
Okay, so as I was saying, it's always nicer when you guys are here, and we do this every Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. And so please be sure and tune in because it's always nicer when you're here. So I will be doing this again tomorrow. And I hope that we see you there, and we'll open up some other chocolates, and we will have a good time for all. So, I guess we're done because that was those same people. I don't want to talk to them anymore. I think that they've gotten more than their share of airtime today, since they're the only ones that are calling. Well, and thanks to Michelle, and thanks to the Uncovering the News, for her lovely care package and her lovely cap with my football hat. And we will be doing this again tomorrow, and I will see you there. So thanks for tuning in, and I'm gonna go have some food. So I got that going for me. Stay cool. Wednesdays, this war is going to end. Stay cool until that day.
No matter which mouth you feed on a two-headed snake, it still shits the same turd. But lucky for you, you have Mox News. More than 10 years. More than 60,000 videos. Mox News has been filtering the nonsense and illuminating the bullshit from your mainstream media. Turn off your TV and turn on to Mox News. For over a decade, documenting the socio-political events that have etched and carved the pathways that define today's modern mess, Mox News has been providing clarity while faithfully bringing you today's relevant stories 100% commercial free and subscription free. And and just like Lady Liberty, vows to remain free. But at this time, we're asking you for your help, your patronage, and your support to keep the lights on and the videos rolling. For less than 17 cents per day, you can become a basic subscriber, knowing that your donation is truly making a difference that will help continue bringing the news stories that make a difference in your life. Turn on, tune in, and drop a couple dimes today by clicking the link below or visiting moxnews.com and show your support at any level. From a single one-time donation or dedicated monthly subscriber, do it now in less than 2 minutes. All donations are safe, securely processed, and verified using PayPal, Visa, MasterCard, American Express, or Discover Card. As always, we're sure you'll find something of interest each and every day. This holiday season, give the gift of Mox. moxnews.com.